Hey, because we have tomorrow the league start, this will be a shorter stream today. So I need to get some rest, so I'm prepared for tomorrow. You know, I'm a little tired, but we're gonna continue. Yesterday I finished the campaign, today we finished with the end game, but will be a shorter stream, like a couple of hours. Because I need to go to sleep and I need to be prepared for tomorrow. So I don't want to be tired on league start. You know, like in 24 hours we're gonna have the league start, I need to get good sleep. So this will be like 2-3 hours a shorter stream today. Because I need to be fresh tomorrow. Yeah. Give me a second. By the way, I forgot to talk about some things. My build will be stronger in the next league. I didn't specify this. First of all, in the campaign, we're gonna put Runic Ward. So on our elves, we're gonna put Runic Ward, yeah? We'll add it to the build guide after I test it in 0.5. We also have some powerful runes that will give us jewel sockets. We want to use those runes too, so we can put jewels that you typically put in the skill tree. We're gonna put them in our items, very powerful. And lastly, for the max version, I want to include the voices. So yeah, it will be stronger actually. But the biggest thing will be the Runic Ward, yeah? So it will feel way tankier. It's already tanky, but it will feel even tankier. I forgot to mention Runic Ward. I will not add it to the guide, I need to test it first. So I need to play the game and I need to check how Runic Ward feels, then I will update the build guide. Until then, I'm just telling you now that the build will be even better. Hi, I see you level up warrior using keyboard. Of course, people that play WASD have a big advantage. And keep in mind for totems, let me show you, you can drop them on the move. Now they will add this ability also to spell totems. So in patch 0.5, even spell totems can do this. So here you see I'm placing the totems on the move. This you will be able to do also with spell totems. I can already do it with Mortar Cannon, but it's an advantage, man. People that play, for example, bows, if you can shoot on the move, this is an advantage. It's always superior. And I'm playing also with the mouse. So it's not just keyboard, it's keyboard and mouse. So here I'm placing the keyboard, and I also have the mouse in my hand. So when I pick up things, I stop using the keyboard and I just click with the mouse. Someone asked me how I'm picking items up. So I put the keyboard, I stop, and then I use the mouse to pick the item up. I mean, it's same thing, but it's an advantage. So if you want to have an advantage in this game, everyone should play with the keyboard. It's an advantage. If you can shoot on the move, it's a big advantage, especially for range skills. I know cluster the best, but what another grenade can I use? You can use explosive grenade, and let me tell you what's pretty nice here. You can use the same supports. So if you swap, it's exactly the same skill tree and exactly the same supports from the guide. You just put explosive grenade, but cluster grenade it's superior. It's better for mapping. It's even better for single target. So if you put explosive grenade here, it will show you a bigger DPS tooltip. But the cluster grenades has a smaller DPS tooltip, but many small grenades that overlap. And all that overlapping damage actually gives more DPS than explosive grenade. So don't pay attention to the DPS tooltip. This is the best in slot grenade, cluster grenade. I did so many tests. Yeah. So my boys, let's continue with the campaign. So yesterday I finished the campaign. I'm level 60. And now we reach the end game. And we try to push it up to level 90. I need to make a reminder, this will be a short stream, because we have the league start less than 24 hours. I mean, pretty soon we're gonna have a new league, and I need to go to sleep, I need to rest, so I'm fresh for tomorrow. You know, I don't want to make a long stream today to be tired tomorrow. So, we'll be like 2-3 hours today, just to showcase more gameplay, and then I'll go to sleep, so I'm relaxed for tomorrow. I'm already a little tired, I didn't sleep last night. I also made the video for the campaign today, so I don't want to make a long stream today. Will be a shorter stream. Did you read about the lithium yesterday after the stream? I didn't have time, but I remember, yeah, for Alzheimer. For those who don't know, I think I have Alzheimer. I hope I don't have Alzheimer. I will read it later. I mean, my focus now is the league start. So, yeah, we have it pretty soon. So all my energy and focus is regarding the league start that we have tomorrow. Yeah, give me a second. We're gonna do some endgame now. Need to do some clicks. I forgot to do something. One moment. So what I want to say. Today I published a beautiful video that explains what you need to do in the campaign. So you have a step-by-step guide in each act. This is for new players. They always ask me for the campaign that is hard. Look, I explain everything that you need to do with commentary. Check how much damage. And I don't have a great mace here, by the way. The items, how you upgrade them in the campaign. I explain how to look for items. I explain some secrets, some tips, some reminders. Everything is here. You can find a great mace. Bam, bam, bam. You kill it much faster without you to stay alive. When Shockwave Totem attacks, they will highlight the enemy so you can put Bone Shatter too. And now we put Bone Shatter. So remember about Shockwave Totem, is not for dealing damage, it's just for... So you have a lot of things here, it will make the campaign much easier if you never played my build. Another skilled Earthquake that will drop Jagged Ground, and Jagged Ground detonated by Shockwave Totem deals shit ton of damage. So for example here I have a rare that's beefy, I will just put some Jagged Ground and he will get destroyed very... Yeah, but some people don't know, some people don't check. So this is for new players, I made an entire guide for the whole campaign, yeah? And you'll finish the campaign without any problems. That's why I delayed the stream. I had to make this guide. So I spent a couple of hours to explain everything for the campaign. I even explained how you should buy your items, etc. So maybe you want to check it out so you don't have problems. Now, I need to stress because a lot of people don't check my YouTube. So you have it on my YouTube channel. I put a lot of effort and it's for the campaign. The last video here. Okay, now let's do some gameplay. So I wanted to get this out of the way. So yesterday I finished the campaign, now we continue with the Atlas. It's important when we start the mapping to have your resistances kept. So you'll buy some random items that will give you some resistances. Look, I can get on my body armor some resistance. I can get on my ring some resistance. Even on this one, let's change the gloves. Yeah, these are shit gloves, we need to buy better. Yeah, it's very helpful, I put a lot of effort, but you know, not everyone checks it. So, yeah, some people don't even bother checking. I'm struggling. I'm doing playing standard, so I don't care about standard. I'm struggling with stash tab space, yes? Okay, let's make some space. This I will need to drop. This we drop. So what we do now? We buy some items to keep my fire, cold, and lighting. So I need more lighting resistance, I need more cold. We can take it on the gloves. So let's search it. First thing before you start mapping, you get some resistances, yeah? So we put here gloves. We want with some life. All your rare items should have some life. If it's expensive, you put a lower roll for life. You don't take a high roll, you take a lower roll. Let me take here lightning resistance. On League-starter, you don't go for perfect roll. Something that will give you double resistance is fine. Cold resistance too. Let's take like 30. You can also use runes to get resistance. You try to get with armor or hybrid armor and evasion, but you don't want with energy shield. Let's see, some life. If you want to do more damage, you can also take like this. Physical damage to attacks. This one, physical damage to attacks, or fire damage to attacks, or both. This will apply to grenades. Oh look, this is excellent. So this would be ideal, let's be clear. If you want to do more damage on League-starter, you buy gloves, either with physical damage to attacks, either with fire damage to attacks, or both of them, because both will apply. This is a trick. So in addition to the crossbow, these modifiers will give you a lot of damage too early on. Remember this, you have it in the guide today. Actually, it's a very common modifier.
You've received a shipment. Well, we didn't die.
Not yet, indeed.
Oh.
But don't...
This is a fresh warrior,
Oh,
1 second.
it's you.
Sadly, I cannot use them. You need to put your level. So I'm level 60. You put here requirement, and you put your level 60. So you can equip it right away. Again, don't get alarmed. On League-starter, you have hundreds of items for cheap. Now we are playing on standard, and nobody is picking items on the campaign to sell them. So people that are just doing League-starter practice, they are not selling items from the campaign. But if it's an actual League-starter, you literally have hundreds, if not thousands of items for cheap, like one Regal, one Exalted, a lot of them. So remember this because it's important. Let's check my resistances. We need some fire and we need some lightning now. We can take on the body armor. Okay, for the body armor, you prioritize as much armor as possible. You also have this notable. that gives you 80% increased armor from equipped body armor. So having a lot of flat armor on the body armor will benefit greatly from this node. So we try to buy a body armor with a lot of armor. So let's put body armor here. Let's put maximum level 60 so I can equip it. We want with some life. Body armor can have up to 200 life. Here I'll take a low roll because I just finished the campaign and I want to get it cheap. Let's get with some fire resistance. You know, like 25 or higher, and some lightning resistance. You don't go for perfect rolls because you want to buy cheap items. And armor, well, let's see what we can find. Something with a lot of armor for waste on 1. This is triple resistance. This is incredible. Remember, they are extremely cheap on League-starter. Now we have a different economy. I'll buy this one. There is a rune that I'm hyped. Actually, there are 2 runes that we're gonna use next league. First of all, there is a rune for grenades that will give you 10% chance for grenades to detonate an additional time. Those runes we will use later. Not after you finish the campaign, you still use iron runes. When you transition to the max version, then is when you want to use those runes for additional detonation, because you'll have good items everywhere else. You'll have much better items, so you don't use it early on. Early on, you still use iron runes, yes, and when you max the build, then you go with those runes that give you 10% chance to detonate an additional time because they are strong. But early on, in early progression, in the interlude acts and early campaign, early maps, you use iron rune. I will make another video about them. And there is another rune that I love, it will add a jewel socket. They are very powerful changes. Okay, we have 2 sockets here. Let's put some Takati runes. Takati soul cores give you chaos resistance. So yeah, best way to get chaos resistance is use this one, soul core of Takati. It gives you a lot of chaos. You can also get on your items, but those items will be expensive on League-starter. Yeah, rare items. Yeah, you don't need to be kept. Let's be clear. Chaos resistance for my build, 50% is more than enough. Around 50%. So you don't need kept. It will be crazy tanky and without kept. Now we need some fire resistance. You know, you can put also in a rune, or I can change the. Let me change the boots. Give me a second. Let's put here boots. And I'm gonna take it, put level 60 so you can equip it. Put some life. Put some fire resistance I need, and movement speed. So the most important modifier for the boots, movement speed. Let's take 25 or higher. Armor here, let's lower it. Something like this. Let's try 30 movement speed. 35 will be expensive. 30 maximum. They are fine. They are fine. Let's buy this one. I don't want to buy something incredible. Hey.
You've got some goods in.
So yesterday I finished the campaign. Today I will showcase the Atlas. First thing that you need to do is to keep your resistances. That's what I'm doing. So you finish the campaign, you make sure you have 75 cold, lightning and fire.
I have a buyer.
This is important. You can also use runes to keep your resistances. So you can also use runes. As a matter of fact, with the League mechanic you find a lot of runes. Yeah, it's fine. It's looking fine. I'm using the same crossbow that I bought when I transitioned. It doesn't have additional grenade implicit. It's 300 physical DPS, nothing incredible. I bought the cheapest one that I could find because the prices are absurd now. It's dog shit, the crossbow. Let's do a map showcase. So I just finished the campaign. Let's open a waystone. Let's do waystone 2. I just finished the campaign. Let's see how is the damage. Another thing which is very important, I think I dropped them already. Here you have the Atlas. Where the fuck is the Atlas? I need to do a quest, 1 second. So I finished the campaign, I need to talk with Alba. I need to speak with Oriani because I finished the campaign. Here we take this, we need to do this map first. Okay, let's open the map, then I will have access to the Atlas. Yeah, I wanted to show this. You need to drop the map boss difficulty if you do practice now, yeah? So if you're gonna do waste on 1 after the campaign and you have all these nodes allocated with map boss difficulty, you'll have the surprise that the boss will be 10-20 times harder. So I repeat, if you do League-starter practice, on waste on 1, the first waste ones, you don't take any map boss difficulty, it will make it like 20 times harder. Very important. Later I will take them step by step. As I progress the waste ones, you will see I will take difficulty. But waste on 1, 2, white waste on, you don't take difficulty. It will make 20 times harder the boss, it will die hard, it will do a lot of damage, you don't want to take it. This is a very common mistake, actually. The last totem changes doesn't affect your build? Of course not. I'm not using Ancestral Bond. So this keystone, my build does not use it. The changes with the mana are for this keystone, yeah? My build does not use this keystone, so you don't need to worry about it. If you check YouTube comments, people terrorize me with this question. They keep asking, when the build got nerfed. No man, I'm not using Ancestral Bond. So if you check my comments on YouTube, you'll go crazy. Everyone is asking about it. We don't use Ancestral Bond, so it doesn't affect us. So that nerf it's for spell totems, people that play spell totems, for example. Not for my build with more dark, you know. Yeah, go check the comments, everyone is asking the same thing. Yeah, good morning. This will be a shorter stream because I need to go to sleep. Tomorrow we have a big day. So I need to be fresh. Tomorrow we have the league start, I need to be fresh. Here I will do some showcase and I will level to level 90. It's very fast. If you're wondering how I will reach so fast level 90, it's simple. I will do Abyss. So Abyss gives a lot of experience. I need to upgrade my crossbow actually. I'm using the same crossbow from Interlude 1. So I told you, every 10 levels you should get a better crossbow. I'm using a shit crossbow here. But still I'm doing good damage, you know? The crossbow is dog shit. Also I have some skill points. You check with the skill tree that I provided. Yes, I already know by memory. But you need to check with the skill tree what to take. So I know from memory what I need to take. I don't need to check the skill tree. Actually, I need to enable time of need. I need intelligence. Give me a second, let's fix it. If you need extra intelligence like 5 or 10, you speak with the hooded one. I think it's in my hideout. Or Dorian, you know, here you speak with Dorian.
I have a buyer.
Nothing is set.
And you can change from strength to change into intelligence. Let me see, can I use it now? No, I need more. I need 32, so 10 more.
Yes.
So no big deal, you do it like this, you don't stress yourself. And if you need a lot of intelligence, you just take it on an item. Look, now it's active. Okay, let's go back. How we will play if there are no time of need anymore? What do you mean? My boy, I don't understand your question. Time of need is still in the game. So the aura here, time of need, is still in the game. So I don't get your question. So we no longer use compressed duration simply because they reduce the normal duration, yeah? So let's take this as a reference. It says 10.7 seconds, yeah? In the patch notes, they reduce the default duration to 8. So instead of 11 seconds, it's 8 seconds. And because they reduce it, they made sure that we can no longer put compressed duration. So it's exactly the same. They reduced the base duration, they did a buff, and because it was way too powerful to have compressed duration, we no longer use it. But it's exactly the same thing. So it will be the same duration, no, nothing changed. You just don't put compressed duration. What is your opinion about increased rarity drop? You don't need more than 100. You can stack, it's not bad, but don't exaggerate. People should take like 50, 100, you should not exaggerate the nerf rarity. Let me upgrade my crossbow. I'm using the crossbow from Act 4 when I transition. So this is a shit dog shit crossbow, I need to change it. This is the first map that I do after the campaign, let me change the crossbow, yeah? I tell people every 7 levels, 10 levels, just upgrade the weapon. We see where the boss. So after this maps, I will update the crossbow. But it's good to see. I mean, I'm using a dog-shaped crossbow and I'm still killing the boss. This it's a pure dog shit, the crossbow that I have. You probably have 4 times better than what I have here. Make sure to resummon the totems. They will attack once and then they will stop. Okay, let me get a crossbow for mapping. Let me show you. My boy, that question, I get it like crazy. This will not change my... I'm not using Ancestral Bond, man. My build does not use this keystone. So the change that happened, the nerf that happened today, it's for spell totems. I'm not using spell totems here. I'm using Mortar Cannon. So my build does not use this keystone. I get this question like crazy. So this is not a nerf for my build because I'm not using it.
You've got some goods in.
Okay, what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy a crossbow. Let's try to craft one. Let's try to craft it, but standard prices are fucked up. Okay, let's put my level so I can use the base. Let's put here increased. You have in the build guide how to craft, and I'm preparing a new crafting video. By the way, so tomorrow I will attach to the build guide a new crafting video, yeah? To craft all your items, because there were some changes with the essences. So in the build guide you'll have a new crafting. I'll make it tomorrow because I'm tired. I will not make it today. Let's take like 90 or something. So getting with increased physical damage on League-starter is cheap as fuck. We're talking about 1 exalted, 2 exalted. Now it's standard, nobody picks in the campaign basis. Nobody. So that's why it's expensive. Nobody picks bases from the campaign. I'm showing you how you should craft also.
Come check out.
You buy a crossbow with increased physical damage. That's all that you need to do. Now let's see. This is cheap. So this will be like 1 exalted or more. League-starter maximum 3.
Shipment.
Let me show you the steps. You buy greater essence of abrasion. This will be like 5 exalted orbs. Where it is, man? Essences. Let me buy it from here. You type abrasion. You have greater essence of abrasion. This is maximum 5 exalted orb. This is standard, different economy.
Your order is ready.
It's very cheap. This will guarantee flat physical damage. Yeah, you see flat physical damage. Then next step that you want to desecrate it. So you buy a jawbone. This is also like 1 exalted or more. League-starter maximum 2. So we ignore the price that you see here. This is ultra cheap. With League-starter prices, yes. Then you want to put the desecration on the prefix. So you put Sinistral Necromancy. This will apply the desecration on the prefix. There's not even on the market. This is 1 exalted or very common, very cheap on League-starter. Maybe 2 exalted. If I pay divine, I'll pay divine then. It's ultra cheap on League-starter. Okay, and lastly you want how you call it, man? Sovereign. Sovereign, it's also very common, very cheap too. Yeah, you don't even find them here.
Let's see if there are any takers.
So these are very cheap omens. I need to be clear. Yeah. You activate the omens. So this will guarantee that you get 1 additional totem, the sovereign omen. This will guarantee that it will apply the desecration on the prefix. That's what we want. You activate both omens and you put a job on. Now you have the desecration on the prefix. When you unveil it, you will get 1 additional totem. You end the craft with some slams. I suggest greater exalted orb, because you can get something good when you slam. You can actually get stats, you can get gem levels. Let's see what I get. Look, I got stats, for example, and you get a higher tier. Perfect will be expensive. I suggest you put greater exalted orb and you slam it. And that's how you crafted the crossbow for cheap. That will last you till the end game. Now you go to Well of Souls and you unveil the desecration. And you get 1 extra totem. My boy, it's someone in the game. Please invite me to party and give me the waypoint for the Abyss area. So in the campaign, you need to do a quest in order to unlock the Abyssal area, man. And I didn't do it. So if someone is playing, this is my nickname. Invite me to party, please. And go to the Abyss area and I will teleport there and I will take the waypoint. If someone is in game, please send me an invitation. Because it takes me like 20 minutes to unlock it now. I need a waypoint for the Abyss if anyone is playing. Look, someone on YouTube, man, I don't know, YouTube people have a problem. Look, what a noob. My boy, what's your problem, man? The only Saki boy, it's you, not me. No problem. If I don't, if nobody is playing, I will just mule it. I'll put it here. Give me a second. I will go on another character. Man, my escape doesn't work. I need to change my keyboard, actually. Doesn't work. No problem. I will just go on another character and I will do it on that one.
You've received a shipment.
Okay, let me take it here. And I will unveil the desecration here. It's not global, yeah? You need to... No, it's... Sebi, wait a little now. I already reloaded. Let me whisper you actually when I reload. Thank you, by the way. So here when you reveal, you get one additional totem guaranteed. Thank you, Sebi, by the way. So this is a guaranteed unveil, always. You get it for cheap, and you also get one additional totem. This is not the ideal base because we don't have additional. This is pretty shit actually, but you're gonna craft it for cheap. That's the idea. Now let me reload. Yeah, my escape doesn't work all the time. Look, I'm pressing escape. Sometimes doesn't work. I need to change my keyboard. Look. Yeah, fuck. I need to buy another keyboard. So this keyboard, it's from... It's not working. And I will need to change it before tomorrow. Terrible. To buy another keyboard. Let me see which one. This one.
Come check out what came in for you.
Hey, invite me now so I can take the waypoint, and thank you again.
Come check out what came in for you.
Hey, invite me now so I can...
Can't go further without some sort of offering.
My boy, if you check the YouTube, thank you. I made a guide, yeah? Go on my YouTube channel, check the last video, you have a guide from the campaign. So I put a lot of effort into a video that I published today on my YouTube channel. It's for the campaign. I took each individual act and explain you how you need to do it. If you know what you're doing, it's very fast. So I put a lot of effort into a video that you have on my channel. You should check it out. This one. So I took each act and I shown you what you need to do visually with explanation. I put focus on Act 1 because new players die a lot in Act 1. So this is the video that you want to see. I published it today. It shows you visually what you need to do. Okay, let's take the crossbow. So this we craft for cheap. Yeah. We don't have additional grenades, so later you get on the implicit one additional grenade. You're gonna have much more physical damage, but for now we're gonna stick with this one. You need to put some quality. Here I'm on standard, that's why. 1 second, let's take this one. So you put some quality and you want to put some iron runes. We go. Socketable, put some iron runes here. And now it's fine, we can use it. Let's open another map. Let me raise the waystone actually. Let's take this one. Okay, let's do it. To get some gem level, there are some crucial nodes that I still need to take on Atlas. My boy, I already got it, but thank you for the invite.
What kind of temple is this?
Also need to do Trial of Sekema, we're gonna do it at level 70. So I need to do my third trial. Look, I'm level 61. So remember, you press a totem every 1 second as you move. I don't know how expensive it will be, Idol of Full Doom. So we have an amulet called Idol of Full Doom. It will give you 1 extra totem, so you can have actually 5. So with Idol of Full Doom, you'll have 5 totems and 5 minions. So I don't know, it should be cheap. If people with spell totems don't use it, it will be cheap. Here I'm not using it, I'm using a random amulet with +1 projectiles. So I don't have Bulldog. No, I don't want carry. So the whole idea of this character is to show that I can do everything by myself. I don't want help. So why do you think I level this warrior? I want to show everyone that I can do all the content from the game by myself. So I don't want any help. This is the 4th warrior that I leveled up in 10 days. So I leveled multiple warriors. This is warrior number 4. From level 1 to 90. Yeah, so I don't want any help. Remember, place your totems with a delay. My plan for currency will be Abyss. So after I finish the campaign, I will focus on Abyss. No, it's not. My boy, spell totem is still viable. And keep in mind, I will also make spell totems on a Warbringer, but I will not focus on mana stacking or Archmage. So I think 99% of the spell totem guys will go with Archmage. I have another interaction in mind, but you know, I'm afraid to say it on stream. I will just test it live when I do it. So if I say it now on stream, nah. So I will experiment on a Warbringer with spell totems. I will not use Archmage, I will not use mana. Okay. I will not scale spell totems with mana. I have a different solution. And I will do it on a Warbringer later, after I unlock my Atlas. Tots, welcome. So yesterday we finished the campaign, today we finish some of the end game, because it will be a shorter stream. I don't want to get burned out. So tomorrow we have a big day. I need to rest, you know, I need to get a good sleep, I need to be fresh for tomorrow. I'm already tired actually, because I didn't sleep well, and I made a video guide for the campaign. I need to rest. What time do you think you'll be online tomorrow? Let me think. Around this hour, yeah? So look at my clock. My clock, not cock. Tomorrow around 5 p.m. So let's say 5 p.m. No, now it's 4:24 p.m. Around 5 p.m. I'll come online tomorrow when my clock here says 5 p.m. Because I need to rest. I need to be relaxed for tomorrow. I'll play during the night, and so the league start will happen at the bad hour for me. If you stick on stream, you will see, because I will do all the content. So now I finish the campaign, I need to do some upgrades, I need to level up, I'm level 61. Just wait a little. This build can do all the content. It can do Ritual, Expedition, Abyss, Breach without problems. But now I need to get my initial upgrades, no? Especially on the skill tree, I have some important nodes that I need to allocate. So, yeah. It's 11 p.m. So in my country, it's very close to midnight. So the league start will start very late for my country. Yeah, close to midnight. Terrible. Let's take this one. So the league starts in Path of Exile 2 and 1 are not friendly for Europeans. People from Europe, usually they start very late. Let's start based on 5 now. Let's put Abyss too. Let's put directly an Abyss. Yeah. Anyway, I plan to focus on Abyss on League Start. So next league after campaign, I will focus on Abyss. Let's put it here. Choose these two. Have you ever seen a vampire? No. I'm tired and I cannot make jokes now. So I put so much effort. I published a video on my YouTube. It took me like 3 hours to make the full commentary. Yeah, it's for the campaign. And I also didn't sleep during the night. I need to do the lab. So build it's already quite tanky, but it will get even tankier. I need to do the lab. At level 70. So if you do it at level 70, it should be quite easy. My boy, go to watch the video from today because it's hard for me to repeat. The reason I don't go shield wall, it's simple. So when we play Volcanic Fissure, we have this setup, which will also be used for Mortar Cannon. Everything was calculated. If you go with shield wall, when you transition to grenades, you'll have the unpleasant surprise that you don't have gold to respect. So when I transition to Mortar Grenades, you don't need to drop a lot of nodes. Man, I have lag, let me check. Look, this is lag from the server. So I calculated here for a great transition. If you play another skill, again a lag. The server is attacked. Check here, this is lag. Check the graphic, this is from the server. Something is happening with the server. Yeah, I have delay. Again. So when you see this graphic, it goes up, it's server delay, it's not for my computer. So when the graphic goes up, it means server delay. You know, last league it was attacked, by the way. So last league, the server was being attacked, yeah, but the DDoS. Someone was attacking the server. They made official post about it, actually. Look again. So something is happening to the server. Something is happening to the server. You get a random lag when you play. That's why I don't play hardcore. You know, to die to lag or a disconnect is the worst thing ever. Again, someone is messing with the server. Is there a way to improve the detonation speed of grenades? Yes, you read the guide. So what the guide tells you? You have here 15% reduced grenade detonation time. You have here 25% reduced detonation time. I will take it, but I need to get my gem levels, no? And here it will make it even better. The grenades, the mortar cannon will shoot 2 times. And this will make the clear speed even better. So when I allocate this thing here and this thing here, it will get way faster the clear speed. Now because I just finished the campaign and it's waste on 1, I need to get my skill points. So you should be able to take this node and this node around level 85. And around level 85 you will clear the maps much faster. And now I'm low level, I'm 62, you need to play like this, get more levels. Yeah, when you take this and this, it will get way faster the clear. So here I'm farming some levels because I just finished the campaign. Okay, we take this. I also need to do my lab. I'm missing a lot of things, man. So I repeat, this is early mapping. After I finish the campaign, I build this far away from being done. For those that don't know, build this far away from being done. Check, level 63, no? I like Abyss because you level up really fast. But you need to be careful with the Abyssal monsters because they do a lot of damage. Some of the Abyssal realms, they do a lot of damage. So pay attention when you do Abyss. In Abyss also you'll find a lot of Diviners. The Abyssal rares many times will drop Diviners, and you also have Abyssal Coffers that are inclined to give you Diviners. I love it. Also you have Desecration Currency, and you have some special omens that can be expensive. Omen of Putrefaction, Omen of the Light. There are a couple of omens that are expensive. Piranim, welcome. So yesterday I finished the campaign, now we continue with Atlas. I started the stream a little later. Because I was working on a video on YouTube. I published it, yeah? I put a lot of effort in that video. Okay, let's do the boss. teleported, 1 second. So this is early mapping after the campaign. Don't worry, it will get way better than this. He teleported again. Okay, let's do more from the map. I need to get some levels.
Truly exceptional.
When I finished the abyss already, oh. Have you seen the bad news? There is no bad news. So the nerf that happened, it happened for Ancestral Bond, and my build does not use Ancestral Bond. This affected people that use spell totems. My build does not use spell totems, so it doesn't impact my build. So this is not a nerf for my build. I don't care about that. I actually don't even use mana. So my build, I even dropped the mana flask. So my build doesn't use mana anyway. We don't even use that keystone. So, no bad news for me. Yeah, I cannot. I'm struggling to read the chat. Let me kill this one. So, on League-starter, you need to play a little more carefully, yeah? Until you get some decent upgrades. Here, I literally opened the first map, second map here. I need to do my trial to get my ascendancy points, yeah? I will do it at level 70. We need to upgrade my life plus 2. Okay, let's go out. I need to do more abyss, it gives a lot of experience. I'm using, my crossbow doesn't have additional grenade, yeah, on the implicit. The economy is fucked up. So in standard, when you want to buy something, it's fucked up. So for the crossbow, you really want additional grenade. It's important, but here the economy is fucked up. I'm playing on standard. Okay, let me get... where it is, man? Here, abyss. There is a modifier that I like for additional abysses. Let me see. This one, map has changed to contain 4 additional abysses. I love this modifier. On the tablet. Okay, let's take tier 5 again. Let's juice it a little. Is the room with 10% for grenades to detonate a second time good? It's very good, but we don't use it early on. So that rune, we're gonna add it to the guide later, when you want to max the build. Early on, it's still better to get a lot of physical damage. So you need a lot of base physical damage. Another thing that you can do, you can level the gem levels. So for Mortar Cannon here and Cluster Grenade, you get uncut skill gems and you try to level it up. It will give you more damage. Make you do it right now, actually.
You've got some goods in.
Build, it's incredibly powerful. You'll see, it's for the end game. What I want, I want some uncut skill gems. Yes, level 15. Let's take. Let me buy it from here. Put uncut skill gem, level 15.
I'll post it right away.
Okay. I need one more level. Yeah, let's get one more level. Man, the waystones drop like hotcakes. In my opinion, you should use them even. So waystones drop everywhere, especially when you specialize on the Atlas. Maybe not on Waystone 1 or 2, but you can start using tablets from Waystone 5 upwards. So you can use tablets because they drop everywhere. Starting Waystone 5 and higher. So maybe don't put a tablet on Waystone 1, 2, 3, 4, but starting Waystone 5 you can put tablets. Okay, this is quite big actually. It will apply a debuff on the enemies that will make them take increased damage. So the more totems you have, the increased damage the enemies will take. So personally, I will use tablets even in waste on 5, waste on 10, not just waste on 15. Okay, I leveled up, means that I can use my skill gem. We go crossbow and put it here. So remember, you need to put gem levels. The more gem levels you have on cluster grenade, the more damage you do. So you keep leveling up cluster grenade and mortar cannon. Mortar cannon you level up because the totems will be tankier. Will die harder. Cluster grenade will give you more damage on gem levels. Mortar cannon will make the totems tankier, so they will die harder. If you notice your totems die easy, means that you don't have a lot of gem levels on mortar cannon. Ideally on League-starter you also want Eye of Full Doom. Here I don't use it. I have a shit amulet with +1 projectile, that's it. Not even +2. If you can get Eye of Full Doom, you'll have 5 totems and 5 minions, which will be way better for the map clear. I need to do my trial of Sekema for the points. Look, I dropped over Sovereign. This is very common. So this we're gonna use it for the crossbow craft. It's a very common one. It drops everywhere. Let me change the loot filter. Remember, when you reach mapping, you push it up from semi-strict and you put strict. So as you progress, you push up the loot filter strictness. Yeah, it was played by a lot of people, yes. Now, if you read the chat, you'll see a lot of people that confirm that it's good. No, don't do Delirium early on. It's a noob trap. So Delirium early on, it will make the maps much more harder. You can take later Delirium, but you don't want to add Delirium to your maps when you barely have any upgrades. So you finish the campaign, you have shit items. You don't want to give the monsters life multipliers and damage multipliers. You do first Waystones without any fucking Delirium. You can take Delirium after Waystone 10. So when you finish the campaign, you will not have good items. So you'll have pretty shit items actually. Don't make it harder than it should. Stay away from Delirium in early Waystones. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible idea. You can take Delirium starting Waystone 10. So Waystone 10 higher, then yeah, you can take Delirium. But early on, you don't take Delirium. It will only make it harder. You need to get your initial upgrades and you make everything harder. So yeah, you can do Delirium, but later. Okay, let's do the boss. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be busy with the League-starter. Later. So I will not do any live chat. I cannot experiment on League-starter. Anyway, I'll be stressed tomorrow. So people whisper me, contact me on Discord, send me messages about the build, and tomorrow will be very stressful for me. Tomorrow I'll have a stressful day. I cannot do it tomorrow. Here it's another thing that I need to say. Let me kill the boss first. Okay, what I want to say here. When you finalize the campaign and you reach mapping, let's say you do League-starter testing now, then the first thing that you need to do for Waystone 1 is to drop the difficulty nodes. This I will allocate them later. As I level up, I will take difficulty nodes. But if you finalize the campaign, you want to drop them, it will make bosses like 20 times harder. So all of these nodes you drop, because when you do Waystone 1, 2, you will not have those nodes and you will make the boss much more harder. Like 20 times harder. When I reach Waystone 15, I will take them back, but I need to get some levels. So my priority now is to get as much levels, character levels, so I become stronger. If you get character levels, you get more skill points. You can also level your skill gems. You can put the skill gems, mortar cannon, and cluster grenade. So this should be your priority. You focus on leveling up. The more levels, the better. Second priority is to do your Trilox Sekemas or Trilox Chaos for the ascendancy points. They are very powerful. Okay, now we're gonna go here up. We have a really powerful node. Actually, there is another thing. Let me explain. We go to Doriani.
Received a shipment.
You put refund passive. So if you open the normal build guide, you will see that the pathing goes here at the bottom. So this was for the campaign. So the moment you allocate this node here that I took, you need to inspect this. Look here what I'm doing. Check this thing. We're gonna path down here, and this we're gonna drop. This I will temporarily drop. Give me a second. This we will drop. This we drop. No longer needed. Yeah. You have it in the normal guide. So what I'm doing here, you have it in the normal guide. So the skill tree for the normal guide, not for the campaign. For the normal guide should look like this. You path down. So just for the campaign we path up because it's faster. But in the normal build, the pathing needs to be like this. And now you go up. And you try to get as fast as possible this node. It will make the grenades detonate faster, which means faster map clear speed. You put the grenades on the ground, they will explode much more faster. You need to take it fast. So you rush here and you take this one. Okay, let's go back. Handstand to League-starter, so I'm still checking. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll zip you. GPU. But you said that you bought, my boy, Piranim, you already ordered one. Needs to arrive.
I'm not ready.
No, I go Abyss. So you ask me how I make currency, I will go Abyss. Abyss also gives you a lot of experience. It's not just the money that I make, I also power level with Abyss. Look, this is a fresh warrior, I just finished the campaign. Also, this is area level 70, I'm 65. So I'm exaggerating a little. You know, I push the area level because I get more experience. So I'm level 65, I do directly 7. Oh, Piranim, I get it and it's weekend. Now I get it. They don't deliver on weekend. Oh, man, it's terrible. So the courier will not deliver because it's weekend. It's Friday and then we have the weekend. My boy Abyss, in addition to experience, it drops a lot of diviners from the range. You also have Abyssal Copper that it's inclined to give you diviners. You have Desecration currency, and you have other omens too, Omen of the Light, for example. And many people use omens from Abyss for early crafting. I'm telling you, Abyss is incredible. So a lot of people use early omens for early crafting from Abyss. Everyone is crafting like crazy with currency from Abyss. You know, jawbones, ribs, etc. Yeah. So it's very profitable, in addition to raw diviners. Breach is also very profitable. Another content that will be profitable, Breach. People will need a lot of resistance rings, resistance belt, amulet, etc. And you find it with the Genesis tree. So I highly believe that Abyss and Breach will be very profitable. So why not Citadel first? I don't want it. Citadel first, usually for builds that are specialized in single target for bosses. My build, it will be incredible, but later for single target. I mean, we have decent single target. Maybe Fabgun will go with Citadel Rush. So people that will go with Citadel Rush usually are boss killers. They have builds that are specialized in boss killing. those are the kind of builds that will rush for citadels. I mean, you just finished the campaign, your focus, not for me. So you need to be smart and you do content that's best suitable for the build that you're playing. I recommend for this build here to do Ritual, to do Abyss, or Expedition. It's great early on. So early on I recommend Ritual, or Abyss, or Expedition, until you get your early upgrades, yeah? This is the content that I recommend for this build. Okay, let's do this one. Another benefit of my build, it can do all the modifiers. So you don't need a regex filter. For this build, no regex filter required. That's another benefit. So you just put the map, you juice it and you open it. I mean, it's a quality of life. Let's put two tablets. And we do it. Is the Shaman Rage Totem? People think they might carry in trials? The Shaman build is a different build. I will update it later. So this will be my league starter. I fully unlock the Atlas, get some currency, and then I will level up fast a Shaman just to update the guide. I want to actually experiment with a Spirit Walker. I want to make a Zoo build, and I want to make a Totem build with spells too. But I will update the Shaman build probably on week 2. On week 2 I will also update the Shaman build. I need to test it in game before I update. So you know me, I don't go by theory crafted. I need to test actually the build in game, see how it plays. So when I give you a build, it will be tested in game. I don't give you theory. I need to make sure that it's great. So before I give you a build, I need to test it in game. I need to make sure it's great, then I will give it to you. You know I'm an old school player, I do it like that. Even spell totems, people are happy, but you should not be happy in my opinion, because you're gonna press 3-4 buttons. So yeah, you spell place totems, but to do the combo, it will not be 1 button, it will be probably 3 buttons. In the end game, I'm talking about the end game. Who the fuck wants to play 3-4 button builds? Another problem, it can be squishy. I mean, there are some things that you can do with mana, but who wants to play 3-4 button builds? Keep that in mind. I'm not even saying that it can be expensive, but no problem with the price. Eventually everyone will make the build. The problem is how many buttons you will play. Because if you play like 3-4 buttons, it's not fun. It's not fun. This is a quality question that you need to ask. How many buttons I need to press for the build? Here it's 1 button. The build that you see here, it's 1 button. You play spell totems, get ready to play 4 buttons or 3 buttons. So yeah, not everyone wants to play a combo build or look, 1 button build here. 1 button build. In my opinion, it's a good quality of life. So yeah, if you like Ritual, it's easy for my build, yes. I know some of you want Ritual, it's very easy for my build, you can do it. As a matter of fact, let's take a Ritual tablet, maybe you don't believe me. I also have a courier, should arrive today. I bought a gadget for sport. So it's a machine for my wrist. I'm waiting for the package. You know, I buy all the crap from Temu. So my favorite store, it's Temu. I was not disappointed too much with Temu. I mean, they have cheap items. And cheap is what I like to hear. Why pay a lot when you can pay less? Drella, welcome. Look, I'm continuing with the campaign. I don't pay a lot. Even for food, I buy from the supermarket. So I buy my food from the supermarket and I cook myself. You know, if I can save money, I will save, of course. No, I don't have time to go outside. I just take from time to time a short walk in the park. So sometimes, not each day, I go outside in the park and take a short walk. I don't have time for sport, yeah. Especially now with League-starter. I used to do a lot of sport.
almost there. Don't give up now. Aye, you know, slouch.
Yeah, Abyss gives you a lot of experience. Let's find another Abyss. So I still have one Abyss. And pay attention how much experience I get. Yeah, welcome everyone. Today will be a shorter stream because I need to be fresh for tomorrow. So I will stream like 2 more hours, then I'll go to sleep, and I need to take a long sleep because tomorrow it's a big day. We have the League-starter. And I need to be fresh. So this is a fresh warrior. I started it yesterday, I finished the campaign, and now we reach level 90. And I'm showing the progression for the end game. Huh? Oh, fuck the inventory. You see how... Check how much experience I got. I got like 50% experience from one Abyss. So this is why I love Abyss. You get a lot of experience, man. Here you can get Divine Orbs a lot of times. So the Abyssal coffers are inclined to give you Divine Orbs. Every 10 levels you should upgrade your crossbow. Every 10 levels. I'm not using with additional grenade. I don't have gem levels on my crossbow. I use a mediocre crossbow. So on purpose I'm using... I don't have additional grenade and I don't have gem levels on my crossbow. I will show it in a second. Give me a second. Let me kill the boss. So I don't want to use incredible items, yes? Here I have +1 projectile. And here I don't have additional grenade and I don't have gem levels. And the physical damage is mediocre too. So on purpose I don't want to use powerful items. That's the whole idea. I don't want to show you a progression where I one-shot everything, no? What level is this map? It's the level of sex.
You've got some goods in.
Let's open another one. I'm doing waste on 15. Was waste. Look, I will enter. Maybe you don't believe me. So I'm level 67 and this is 69. Porno! Check. So I was under level. Area 69. This is tier 5. And I'm 67. No, 69, 67. Porno map. Let me drink some coffee actually. Let's open one. Let me put the gems.
What's new?
I'm struggling with inventory management. Let me see, it's free. Oh, this I can run it. I will need to do my trial of Sekema, yeah?
All the best.
Let's take tier 5 again. Let's juice it a little. My boy, I found a good alternative to coffee. Which one? Tell me. Tell me the secret. Matcha, no, it's shit. Matcha, it's a form of green tea. I bought matcha tea and I didn't enjoy it.
Deceptive.
Maybe it was a bad company, but matcha, it's like green tea, no? The next trial, I will do it around level 70. So I want to tell people you should be safe. If you do it around level 70, it will be safe. Just get 3 more levels. I can do it now, but let me just get more levels. Usually I recommend to do the trial when you take this node, volatile grenades. It will make the explosions happen much more faster.
Power.
You know, I had 2 days ago a big muscular cramp. How you call it? I think it's muscular cramp. So in my leg, I was in bed, and suddenly it started a huge pain in my leg. Like a huge pain. I could not move. I was in pain. I was actually in agony. And I think it broke my muscle, actually. So when I'm moving in the house, I feel pain. I still feel pain in my leg. So I think it's called muscular cramp. If you drink too much coffee, you have deficit of magnesium and calcium. And I think that was the problem. So when I'm moving now in the house, I'm actually not moving too well. It broke my muscle actually. Yeah, I asked ChatGPT about it and he told me that I need more water, magnesium and calcium. He told me that probably it's the coffee. He said if you exaggerate with coffee. Huh? How the fuck I died? Maybe I explained. It's probable that this is a shit build. Is this a shit build? I don't know what killed me. I was reading the chat. Yeah, 100% it's a shit build. There's no other explanation. But I have no clue. I got one-shotted actually. Maybe it was this NPC, you know, it makes a ball that if you stand on the ball it will kill you. Yeah, I was not paying attention anyway. Let's go back to that. The league is tomorrow, so it will happen like in 24 hours. 28 hours or something. So 29 tomorrow we're gonna have the league.
The hunt begins.
You don't need to target anything. You scratch your ass and you drop totems like this, look. Drop totems, you don't need to think. And the more upgrades you do, it will get better and better. Here I'm not using great items, I'm actually using shit items on purpose. Let's do the Sexpedition. We do the Sexpedition now. Look, I leveled up. So I really want to take this one, it will make mapping faster. I need to also to buy another keyboard, my escape doesn't work properly anymore. Sometimes I press escape, it does, look. Yeah, my keyboard doesn't work anymore. I need to buy a new one. So my escape button doesn't work all the time, look. I need to buy a new keyboard. Yeah, bad timing because it got broken right before the league start. Okay, let's do Abyssal Depths, we do it. Potassium is good for dealing with cramps too. You gotta eat bananas. And potatoes, I think. I think potatoes also have potassium, no? Yeah. So let me tell you a good question for all the spell totem lovers out there. You need to put this question. How many fucking buttons do I need to press? So you put this question in the end game. How many buttons I need to press? This is a quality question. Because if you have a build where you press 4 buttons, you're fucked. Let me put it like this, you're fucked. It's stressful. So builds where you need to do combo, where you need to press 4 buttons are stressful, are not fun. Another quality question is this one. How squishy is the build? It will be 4 buttons, you will see, and without a lot of investment it will be squishy. The monster will show you the penis and you will die. That squishy will be spell totems. So you're gonna press 4 buttons and when the monster shows you the penis, you die instantly. Will be squishy. So good luck, yeah, good luck. Good luck, have fun. My boy is not a big nerd for spell totems because my build, it's fine. So they received a nerf, but it's minor, you can still play it. My problem with spell totems, it's you need to press a lot of buttons. Yeah, that's my problem with spell totems. I don't like builds where you press 3-4 buttons. I actually like minions too because there are some builds where you don't press any button. I think if you make Spirit Walker with companions, you can make a 0 button build where you just move around and everything dies, even better. This is a 1 button build, but if you play minions, you can make 0 button. That's even better. Oh, oh! And they put ignites on me, 1 second. I need to do the lab for Trial of Sekhem, huh? Let's do it. Look, Omen of the Sovereign, very common drop. Oh!
Hate defines
Look, so this currency, ribs, jawbones, etc., they are used a lot, collarbones, they are used a lot on League-starter. And if you do Abyss, you get a lot of them. I'm telling you, Abyss, it's one of the best content that you can do on League-starter. For the experience and for the drops that you get. Let's do the Sexpedition. Look, we have Sexpedition here. Let me do the Strongbows first. Let me explain how to do the Sexpedition on League-starter without dying. So I'm assuming on League-starter you have shit items, so I need to explain a couple of things. You can do Sexpedition without problems. Let me finish the Strongbox. First of all, you make sure you don't take immunity to fire, you don't take immunity to physical. So I'm doing dual damage, physical and fire. Stay away from immunity to fire, immunity for physical, you don't take. Secondly, you take whatever. So with my build here, you take whatever, you don't dream. You don't give a shit, you take whatever you see. But another thing I want to tell you, take everything here. What's important, not to stay too close, because probably you pick some shit. Sometimes you'll pick some deadly modifiers, so you stay from distance, you don't go close. So put the totems, and you stay in the back, you don't get close, yeah? So you don't get hit. So that's how you do Sexpedition or League-starter, you don't go too close. Because you have shit items. Put totems here, and you stay here, far away. You don't want to stay close, yeah? You let the totem do the job. What's this? You can do Expedition without problems on League-starter if you like it. I know some of you want to do Expedition. You can do it. Give me a second and I will answer. Someone asked me in the chat, how can you get more totems? I will show you all the possible ways, yes? So you can get up to 6 totems. Let me explain. By default, you're gonna have 2 totems. Totem number 3 you get from this node. Yeah, here you have totem number 3. Totem number 4, you're gonna get it from the crossbow. There is a desecration that you can get guaranteed. It will give you an additional totem, guaranteed. And to trigger that desecration, it's cheap. I'm preparing also a crafting guide, will be published tomorrow on my YouTube. So totem number 4, you get it from the crossbow. Totem number 5, you're gonna buy this amulet. This is optional, by the way. So this amulet will give you 5 totems. It's called Item of Full Doom. This is optional. In this video, I'm not using Item of Full Doom, but it will give you 5 totems. And totems number 6, you put Overabundant Support. This is also optional. This is also optional. I suggest you use 4 or 5 totems. So it's called Overabundance, it will give you 1 extra totem. Where the pepperoni it is? The penis. Overabundance. Here it is, man. Overabundance too, so it lasts longer, yeah? So with Overabundance you get 6 totems. This is optional, I repeat, Overabundance is optional. Why I don't like 6 totems? Because you have so many explosions on the screen that you think you're on another planet. So your screen will explode. The more totems you have, the more explosions you have, and the more will explode your computer. So with people that have weak computers, I recommend 4 totems. So if you have a shit computer, I recommend to stick with gem levels here and stick with 4 totems. Because if you have 6 totems, you have so many explosions on the screen. Yeah, you get the idea. So if you have a shit computer, you play with 4 totems. This is what I recommend. You have less explosions. Yeah, 6 totems is maximum that we can get, yes. But realistically, you're gonna play with 5 or 4. Especially in the endgame.
You won't get away from me. Rage all you want.
We can do Trilog Sekema, by the way. Let's wait a little. If you get a fire flower early, you can use it, but make sure it has +3 or +4 fire gems. So fire flower amulet, it can roll from +1 fire gems to +4. Make sure it has +3 or +4, yeah? It's important. If you don't get a fire flower, use a rare amulet with plus projectile skills. Here I'm using +1, this can roll +2 or +3. Yeah? So you can use a rare amulet actually with +1 or +2. More totems, more damage, of course, it's a huge damage multiplier. So the more totems you have, more damage you do. Also, the more grenades you have, the more damage you do. I explained what I'm saying now, it's already in the build guide, I explained these things. And now we detonate the grenades faster with this node. Yeah, reduced grenade detonation, it's very useful. Okay, let's open another map. My PC is new, so I'll go for 6 totems. Actually, it was funny. But yeah, you can do 6
I
totems.
have a fire.
And remember, you also get minions. So here I have 4 totems and it gives me 4 minions. You get your buffs faster, yes? And more consistently. So there is another upside to that. Okay, let's push it waste on 6 now. Little by little I push it. My boy, pay attention to the modifiers. So let's see what we have here. If it's League Start for new players, I recommend, my build can do all the modifiers, but you need to play safer. Let's check together what we have. So it lowers your maximum resistances, this is quite deadly. Monster do shit ton of crit, which is not great, and you have extra damage as cold and extra damage as chaos, and I'm not even kept with chaos. So if I'm gonna run this map, you know, in couple of hits I'll die. So this is extremely deadly what I have here. You should actually, if it's League Star and you have bad items, you should actually read a little the modifiers, yes? This is incredibly deadly, I will not run it, yeah, because I'm reading it. Yeah, you should pay a little attention. In the build guide I explain which modifiers are problematic, yes? Let's do this one. Let's put Ritual, my boy. I'm gonna put here Ritual tablet. So I know a lot of you want to farm Ritual. And this is another question that I got, if the build can do Ritual. Let's see. You know, maybe it's a shit build. We need to find out. So we find out now if it's a shit build. I'm gonna put here Ritual tablet. I'm gonna do Abyss and Ritual. Hello, will the build work with other grenades? Or is it better to stick with cluster grenades? Best in slot, it's cluster grenade. Best in slot. Even for single target, because the explosions overlap. Best for clear speed in the map and best for single target cluster grenade. You have a lot of small explosions that they overlap on one on another, and in the end game you will notice that is better. Maybe early on explosive grenade will be better, but just stick with cluster grenade, man. This is best in slot. Yeah, I put all the information in the guide, yes. Let's do the Sexpedition. Let me clear this and we do it. I don't read anything, I just put them here. Don't read anything, I'm just reading the immunities, let's be clear. So probably I took some shit, let's see. Increased damage, increased attack speed, extra damage as fire, as lighting, so if I get hit it will hurt. You play safe. Let me kill this and we play safe. Man, they have lag again, look. So the servers are under attack or something. They have problems with the server today. Okay. So you don't get close, because if you get hit it will hurt. Stay safe, distance, look again, I have lag. Something is happening with the servers. And if we have lag on League-starter, I'll be upset. Look again, I have lag. This is not from my computer, this is from the servers, from GGG. This is from the servers. When it goes up, it's big lag. No. So even last League Start they had server lag, and they had to make a post that someone is attacking the servers. So they made official post saying that the servers are being attacked, DDoS, you know, DDoS attack. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Look, look. So when this goes up, we have a screen freeze. Avoid Frankfurt server, they are fucked up. Okay, I will change the server.
It just keeps getting stranger. Quick, get after it.
It will be slower. So the reward expedition with slower chains, you will complete expedition much slower. I personally don't like the change. Yeah, they did it for weak builds. So this will make it better for weak builds, but I don't like the change. Yeah, man, look again, lag. So each time when the graph goes up, it's server lag. Look, you see here the graph, when it goes up, I have server lag.
Just like the one back in Freefall.
Look, I'm doing ritual. People keep asking about the ritual. Look, you can do it easy.
Forces at work here. I must
I'll do multiple maps. Welcome, Blank. Oh! I need to do by third trial. You get a shield that will absorb damage. It will make you tankier. Let's do it after this map. Why not? So I'll do the trial of Sechem after this map, so we become even tankier. Anyway, you do it to unlock it. Oh, oh! Yeah, so the third trial will make you even tankier. We're already tanky, but it will make you much more tankier. Let's take this. But I not find it when it's time to change oil grenade to voltaic grenade. It's simple. Oil grenade is just for the campaign and early waystones. It will give you fire exposure. Later, I mean, I can do it even now. You'll get fire explosions from the minion setup. And because we're gonna apply fire explosion from the minions, you no longer need oil grenade. And that's the time to swap to voltaic grenade. I can actually do it now, but I'm lazy. Let's do it after this map. So I'm lazy, but let's do it after this map. I'm gonna get fire explosion from the spirits. I no longer need oil grenade. And because I no longer use oil grenade, we can put the voltaic grenade for shock. After this map, we're gonna swap to that setup. Of course I will use ward, but I need to test it in game first. So I don't like to put in my build guide things that I didn't test it. I talked about ward many times, I said that I will put it in my build, but I need to test it in game, see a couple of things. After I test it in game on day 1, I will add it to the build guide. So for this build, you will apply ward on all your items. If you have rare items, you should apply a ward, it's very powerful. But I like to test. Before I add something to my build guide, I need to test it first. Yeah, look, lag everywhere. If you're gonna have lag like this on League-starter, it will be terrible. I will change the server too after this one, because I cannot play with this lag. I have like 3 seconds delay from the server. Look, terrible. Look, freeze. My boy, is anyone playing on Europe? Do you have lag? Write in the chat. So if anyone is playing the game now and it's from Europe, write in the chat if you have lag. I'm curious. I gave him screen freeze. I have delay. This is not from my internet. Okay, I will change the server. It's Germany. So the German server here has lag. Look, look. If I change the server now, it will close the map. I need to finish the map. So after I'm done with the map. I know I will die here. Let me change the fucking server. Give me a second. I also need to change my keyboard. So my escape key doesn't work. Check. Check here the escape key. Doesn't work. So my escape key doesn't work all the time. I will need to change my keyboard too. Let me change. Look, I press escape. Look, escape. Oh, now it closed the game. I need to change my keyboard too. So before we have league start, I need to change my keyboard. Yeah, I bought it from Temu. Actually, for real, I bought it from Temu, the keyboard. So it lasted me like 2 months. So the keyboard, I got it from Temu and it lasted me 2 months. You should piss on it? No. No. Okay, let's continue now. Hopefully I don't have lag. Let's check checkpoint. Let me check my ping. Let's see if I get a lag spike or not. I'm checking here. So far, so good. People in the chat told me that the German servers are fucked up. So you should stay away from Frankfurt because servers are not great. Well, I bought it for cheap. Oh, actually, no, my boy, this is not from Temu. This I got it from PC Garage. It's a shop here from Romania. This was not from Temu, my bad. The keyboard was not from Temu, I remember. So this particular keyboard is not from Temu. I bought it from PC Garage. It's a very famous store in Romania for computers. When I have lag, check here. This is a global lag for Europe. So this is for European players. And I really hope I don't have this lag on League-starter, yeah? Yesterday was fine. Look again. Okay, let's check here. I mean, Frankfurt 7, I don't have lag. My boy, please press this thing here, F1, and check your latency. And tell me if you can see spikes. So you see this band here, and tell me if you see spikes going up. That's all that I need to know. From time to time, it will spike up. I would like this here. So I need, tell me if you see something like this. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people will play, especially new players, because it's free weekend. So when it's free weekend, we have much more players playing. You know, they want to try the game a little. Yeah, let's do trial of Sekema. Let's do it, why not? And I need to explain something very important here. This is my crossbow. First of all, I don't have additional grenade implicit, which is a big damage multiplier, and I don't have gem levels. So I have mediocre physical damage, I don't have additional grenade implicit, and I don't have gem levels. This I actually crafted, and you can craft it for cheap. You can get deterministically 1 extra ballista.
Shipment sent.
So I don't have an incredible crossbow, and I'll still do trial of Sekema. Let's do it. I need to get my points, that's why. If you don't like trial of Sekema, you do trial of Chaos, no problem. What do you look for on jewels? You know, I made a video today. Why don't you check it, my boy? So today I made a video. Let me show you here. Let's put it. In the video I shown you exactly the jewel. So you asked me about the jewel. Let's check the video together. This on the implicit will give you an additional. So you asked me about the jewel. Let's check the video together. Yeah, look what we have here. Oh, we have a jewel. Damage. Increased attack early on. Let me show you how you should properly buy them. You put here jewel. Let's check together. This is the video from today. Count. And you put the following modifiers as I will show you. You put fire damage. And you put increased fire damage, you select. Nobody's checking the videos. Elemental damage. You put increased elemental damage. Attack damage. So I'm frustrated because I put a lot of effort in the YouTube videos, but nobody checks them. So today I made a video for the campaign. I explain everything, how to craft your items, some tricks, some tips, some reminders, each act, what you need to do. Nobody's checking the video. Increased attack damage. Nobody. And totem damage. Increased totem damage. And here you put 2. And that's how you should buy it on a League-starter. This will guarantee that you have at least 2 damaging modifiers. Early on, because you want to buy it cheap, you don't care about the others. But you see, all of them will have at least 2 damaging modifiers, like elemental damage, totem damage, fire damage, totem damage. Yeah, and this is will benefit you for volcanic fissure, and it will benefit you for cluster grenades, all these modifiers. So the same jewel that you bought for volcanic fissure, you can still use it for cluster grenade. Now let me show you how to upgrade your mace, for example. Let's say you're in Act 2 and you want to do a... So the idea, it's like this. You should check the video because I made it for everyone that's making my build. I show visually everything that you need to do for each act. This is exactly for the campaign. You want to make the build, I suggest you watch this thing. It will make the campaign like 20 times easier. I published it today. Now let's do Trial of Sekema here. We're gonna do with 3 trials. In order to make it easy here, it's another tip that I will give you. So if you do Trial of Sekema with 3 trials or 4, you want to buy the following relics, which will be cheap. Man, I need to buy a new keyboard. My escape doesn't work. We put here honor resistance, so you need to have close to 70 honor resistance and it will make it easy. Buy some relics with honor resistance. Yeah, I need to change my keyboard, man. Some keys stopped working for some reason. So I'm struggling with my keyboard, it stopped working. And if you have League-starter tomorrow, I need to fix it. Look. And finally it worked.
Check back soon.
This will be a problem for me tomorrow. I don't know what happened. I had no issue yesterday. Terrible. Let me make some space in the inventory. Oh, I'm struggling with space. Let's put everything here. I don't care anymore. Put here like this. So you take honor resistance and ideally you also want maximum honor, something like this. Increased maximum honor and honor resistance will make Trial of Sekema easy. Easy as fuck. So remember this tip from PoE guy. You want to do Sekema floor 3, floor 4. You take this relic with honor resistance and maximum honor. It will be easy as fuck. And if you're a sucky boy, if you suck hard, you can get with increased life. There is a modifier on the relic that says increase maximum life. And you can get like 4,000 life or 5,000 life too. You cannot fail it. You cannot fail it if you also take that one. So I don't know how good you are. I will not take maximum life, I don't need it. But if you're terrible at the game, you take increase maximum life too, it will make it easy. So I don't know how good are you to the game. You take that one, it will make it easy.
You've got some goods in.
So it's a relic, increase maximum life. You can get like 4,000 life instead of 2,000. Man, it's no. Let's put X here.
Check back soon.
Yeah, I will fix my keyboard because I need to play tomorrow. Where is my waypoint? Let me
Shipment sent.
change to voltaic grenade here. So ancestral spirit, when you reach a certain level, it will give you an additional support. Yeah? Now you open the build guide and you put exactly the gems that I mentioned there. Let's open the build guide and check it together. So here is the build guide. You scroll down, you go to the main build here. Scroll down and you have the gem setups here. So what we have for ancestral spirits? You put them exactly in the order that I mentioned, yeah? You don't change the order, everything was calculated. For example, I don't have access to the last slot, I will not put potent exposure. Last slot you get it when you reach level 90. So when you level up to level 90, you will unlock the last slot for free. Until then, you don't use potent exposure. So we have Culling Strike 2, Mid Shield 2, Infernal Legion, and Fire Exposure. Let's put them. So you check with the guide. Let me get some gems. And let's put them. We put Culling Strike 2, Mid Shield 2. We want Infernal Legion 2. This one. And we want Fire Exposure. I will explain in a second how it works. Yeah, you have it in the build guide, but I will explain to you. Fire Exposure. Let's put them. So Culling Strike 2. Look, this is Culling Strike 1, no problem, you take 2. So pay attention to the tiers too. So take Culling Strike 2, you follow exactly the guide if you put exactly the levels that I mentioned. Put Mid Shield 2. This will give more life to the enemy, to the minions that you summon, which is very useful because they will be summoned ignited, so they will die. Put Infernal Legions, this will summon the minions ignited, and if the enemies are ignited, they will apply Fire Exposure. This means that we no longer need Oil Grenade. The reason we used Oil Grenade was in the campaign to get Fire Exposure. Now we get it for free just by summoning the minions. So the minions will be ignited, and if there is an enemy next to them, they will apply Fire Exposure. So Oil Grenade is no longer needed. Now we need to take Voltaic Grenade instead. We will use it for single target. It will apply shock. So let's put it here. Let's put some sockets. Let's put greater, of course, so we don't put perfect. Let's put X here. Put here this one. And now we check with the guide for the supports. We need shock, payload, lighting attunement, and elemental armament too. Let's take them. So see, I'm checking with the guide. Put here shock. If you don't find it in the list, check it here. Okay, we put payload. We put lighting attunement. And elemental something too. Armament. This thing. And this will be the setup for Voltaic Grenade. This you use it just for single target. Yeah, when you have a boss, a chunky boss, it will apply shock, so he will take increased damage. Yeah. My boy, you checked your guide. I checked out my guide so people understand how to do it. That's why, as an exemplification, I don't need to check it. I already know. So I checked my guide just to show people on stream how to do it. Where to look. Let's put X here. Man, I really need to change my keyboard. And now we do Trial of Sekema. Yeah, my escape doesn't work anymore. For some reason. Terrible. I have another keyboard in my drawer. I need to find it. So you take maximum honor and honor resistance. These are cheap on League-starter and it will make it very easy. And if you stack, you take increased maximum life. There is a relic that gives increased maximum life. You can take it.
Stop us.
Oh, this is a new keyboard. Yes, blank picture. This I bought it like 2 or 3 months ago. So this was a new keyboard and sometimes it works. It got broken already. Yeah, you're right. I actually bought it recently. Man, and I don't even use escape that much. So I don't press escape that much. Yeah. I'll try to open it. So after the stream, I will open the keyboard, try to fix it myself. Yeah, I'll try first to fix it myself and see if it works. You don't need more damage to boss, my boy. So my build here does plenty of damage. So only if you play a shit build, you take more damage for boss. I'm not playing a shit build here. Let's take this one. Pay attention to the afflictions. So people that play shit builds, they need to take relics with increased boss damage because they play shit builds. I don't play a shit build, so I don't need to take that modifier. The relic with increased damage for boss is just if you do Trial of Sekema carry service. So if you want to do the service for others, then you buy them, yeah. So if you want to do on League-start carry services, then you take relics with increased damage to boss. Because the more people you invite to the party, boss will get more life, which is a problem. But if you do the Trial of Sekema carry for you, I mean, if you do the lab just for your points, you don't need to get it. Build is strong. Do you think it is a switch issue? Could you have that socket? No man, it's a shit keyboard. Let's take this one. It's a shit keyboard, that's the problem. So I don't pay too much money when it comes to a mouse or keyboard. You know, I don't buy something expensive. That's the problem. QA guy, read my message. I have a solution for you. Take a switch from a key, like, no, I don't want to change the keys. So I have a natural reflex to press escape. I don't want to bind it to another hotkey. So I have a natural reflex to press escape here. I don't want to change it to F9 or something else, no. So for me, it's natural to press escape like a reflex. I don't want to bind it to another hotkey. Let me read the YouTube comment. I know you probably said this, but what would you rather prio? More on the weapon. +1 totem or high physical damage? Physical damage. This is actually a good question. So Saki Boy from YouTube put the following question. He asked me, what should I prioritize here more, the physical damage or the maximum totem? Physical damage. So let's say that you cannot get one extra totem because you're too lazy to check the guide. Then no problem, you get with as much physical damage as possible. But if you don't take the totem, at least get one additional totem on the implicit. So there is an implicit that gives you an additional grenade. Yeah. So if you don't take one extra totem, fine. But you should take that implicit. Grenades fire an additional projectile. Here I don't have it. Yeah. But if you read the build guide, you'll see that it's very cheap to get one extra totem, even on League-start. You can get it for really easy. Is it true that totems got a nerf today? Spiegel, no. Only spell totems. So today, ancestral, the ancestral bond here got a small nerf because spell totems are still viable. I'm not taking this keystone in my build. So the build that I'm playing here, I'm not using this. So the nerf, it happened for spell totems. Yeah, people that play spell totems. I don't play spell totems. I don't care about this keystone. One sec. Yeah. Look. I can put the hotkey here. My escape doesn't work anymore. So people could scale with Archmage a lot of... there was an interaction with mana. Plus, you will need to press a lot of buttons. And give me a second. I'm really upset with the keyboard. I'm really upset. So I really need to get a new keyboard before tomorrow. No, I don't want to change the bind. By reflex, I put escape. Look at how it works. I need to click resume. Sometimes it works, sometimes doesn't work. Are you doing spell totems? My boy, have you checked my YouTube? Let's check it together. Let's see what I do. Have you checked my Discord? Have you checked my YouTube? Have you checked my Twitch? No. Here is my YouTube channel. This is all the videos that I posted are about my league starters. I'm playing the same starter as patch 0.3, as patch 0.4, so I have my same starter here, here, here. I made a lot of posts, I made a lot of videos, I talked on Discord, I talked on Twitch like daily. So of course I'm not playing spell totems. I am playing a build that I tested. This is a well-tested setup. I don't risk it on League-starter. So people that are happy about spell totems, they are clapping. Let me tell you like this. In the end game, you're gonna play 3-4 buttons. Do you want that? So let's say you do a lot of damage. It will feel like shit to play because you need to play 4 buttons. Yeah? It will not be a 1-button build. It will not be lazy. So maybe you want to hear a podcast. You want to hear PoE guy on stream, and you don't want to be stressed. You know, like press too many buttons. Yeah, this is a problem for me. I don't want to build with 4 buttons. Look, this is a 1-button build. Very lazy. Also, no mana. You don't need to worry about mana. So keep that in mind. Let's go here. So people don't pay attention to these details. How many buttons do you play? If it's 3-4 buttons, it's a shit build in my opinion. You want to play a lazy build. Even if you do a lot of damage, overkill damage is still a shit build. Because it's stressful. Maximum 2 buttons. So for a build, maximum 2 buttons. Anything above 3 or 4 buttons is not enjoyable.
Stand tall.
My build is 1 button, look, 1 button build. And for single target it will be 2 button, yeah? This is for single target, gives you extra damage. Let me see. We go here. We cannot see the pennies. Ah, the browser. Now you can see it. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes I forget to change the scene, yeah?
Best you.
Yeah, I will change my keyboard. Yeah. Here we go. Hourglass room, it's my favorite in Trilog Sekema. Ritual room, hourglass room are very easy. Ryan, good morning, welcome. Today will be a shorter stream because tomorrow we have a big day and I need to sleep well. So tomorrow league starts and I need to be fresh. So it will not be a long stream today, yeah? It will be a shorter stream, I need to rest well. Tomorrow I will stream like more than 10 hours, of course. And the league will start very late in my country, so yeah. Hey mate, from solo self-found perspective, you prioritize damage or defenses? Damage. I hope you're not playing on hardcore.
Swift magnificence.
So you should prioritize damage, especially on solo self-found, yeah?
The foe ahead is formidable.
No, after the stream I will open the keyboard and I will clean it, yes. So I will break down the keyboard and I will try to fix it.
Unclear.
But actually I have another keyboard in... I will use another keyboard. I have another keyboard in my drawer. I need to find it. So I have an extra keyboard that I can use. Because I don't want surprises, I'll just use that keyboard. Look. I mean, sometimes it works.
I knew.
Now it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, it doesn't work, no? Yeah, it stopped working.
Rest a while.
I mean, all of them are... I mean, this is great and this is mediocre, but...
Always.
I won't take them. I'm saving my water for better relics. Yeah? I mean, boons. Let's click here, X.
We will succeed.
Was already planning to get my script inverted for the weekend anyway. Here, you need to read carefully. My boy, let me tell you like this. If you don't know the afflictions, you're fucked. For example, this is a bad affliction. It will make all the floor bosses tankier. I mean, it's not that a big of a problem. They will die harder, but still. If you don't like Trial of Sekima, do Trial of Chaos. All of them are kind of shit, in my opinion. This is also terrible. Let me take this one. So all three are shit. This makes the bosses tankier. This will give you extra afflictions. And this you don't know what you take, but I'll take this one. Yeah. So you asked me which affliction you should avoid. Then I have so many guides about Trial of Sekima on my channel. You should avoid the afflictions that reduce your damage, for example. So there are some afflictions that will reduce your damage, will give the monsters more life. There are afflictions that will give you extra afflictions, yeah. There are afflictions that make you take increased damage, yeah. It's risky on League-starter, yeah. There is an affliction that will open random rooms, so you don't have control over what room you open. It's terrible. Now I don't see the rewards anymore, but I had to take it. Anyone knows if TFT still works? Yes, it works. They reopen it. It's exactly the same server. So TFT Discord, it's back on track. Actually, it's funny for me. You know, they made a post about we're sorry to inform that we're making another server, and literally the next day they reopen it. So first they made some post about that they're closing the server, they make a new server, and literally the next day they reopen it.
I need more time.
Yeah. Probably you left the server, you know, when you received that message you left the server, that's why you don't know. Laura, thank you for saying that, but I speak in English. Thank you, welcome. So this is a fresh warrior. Yesterday I did a campaign. I started from, look, level 69. I started from the campaign level 1. I finished the campaign on stream and now we do the end game. Let's click here. I'm showing how strong is the build, yeah? Let's go here. You're actually right. So I had problem with Frankfurt. So at the moment, the Frankfurt server has serious problems. You should stay away from Frankfurt if you play from Europe. Server has problems, I don't know. I changed the server, now it's fine. So you were right, it was the server. Frankfurt. Oh. My boy, Neutrorino HD, boss, thank you for the love, man. Have a good start tomorrow. Thank you. My boy, what is your opinion on another build to play in 0.5? You can play Spirit Walker, you cannot go wrong. So Zeus Spirit Walker, I know it will be viable. It will be slow in maps, but I know it will be viable. So you make Spirit Walker with companions, it will be viable, quite easy for new players. So if you're new to the game, you should play a Spirit Walker because it will be easier actually. Probably 0 buttons too. Yeah. Spirit Walker for sure it will be viable. I don't know who plays it. I think a lot of people play Spirit Walker with Zoo. Ricos, boss, Richcos, boss, thank you for the love, man. Have a good start too. Thank you and welcome. Why I say slow? So the companions have some animations. Before they deal the damage, companions have some animations that I need to do. And because you have those extra animations, map clear speed will not be fast. It will not be like Flicker Strike or Lightning Arrow or my build here. So they will clear the map slower, but for sure they are viable and fun. Man, these are incredible. These are incredible here. Now it will be too easy. Twitch drops tomorrow. Yeah, of course. No, of course. Shh. How can I forget about that? Shh. Tomorrow will be a long stream anyway. I will stream like 12 hours. So on League Start I always play a lot. The first 20 days I play a lot. Even I've been playing a lot all the League Start, even in Path of Exile 1. League Start is the most important moment to play. Also the most fun. Spectre06 boss, thank you too for the love. Have a good start tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, man. Welcome. I made a video for the campaign. This is a reminder. So if you want to League Start with this build, you should check the video from today on YouTube. I talked about each individual act for campaign progression. It's very useful. For new players, not for me. The reason I started the stream later, it was I was busy with that video. Yeah, it took me some time to make it. What will you farm on League Start with this build? Personally, I will go with Abyss. So what's my plan? I finish the campaign, I go with Abyss. But you can do whatever. You want Breach, you do Breach. You want Expedition, you do Expedition. You want Ritual, you do Ritual. In this video, I will do all of them. So I'm gonna buy tablets with Breach, Expedition, Abyss, and Ritual. And I will show you how easy it is. All of them. So this is personal preference. I will go with Abyss, but if you like something else, you should do it. Pick what you like. I know a lot of people want to do Ritual. It's easy Ritual. So each Ritual for this build, probably it's the easiest content that you can do. My boy, don't do Simulacrum on League Start. I mean, who the fuck told you to do Simulacrum on League Start? Simulacrum, it's an endgame content. On Wasteland 1 up to 10, you don't do Simulacrum. Plus, you need to buy the fragment. You need to buy the splinters. I mean, it will be expensive on League Start. No, man. So, let's be clear. My build is not ideal for Delirium. You can do Delirium later. So, please, if you make my build, do not take Delirium. It will be shit. So, this is not ideal to do Delirium early on with cheap items. I repeat, do not touch Delirium. You can do Delirium later when you get some upgrades, Wasteland 15, etc. But don't do on League Start Delirium. If you want to do Delirium on League Start, do another build. Do anything else, but don't touch Delirium. It's not that great. Because the monsters from Delirium will attack you very fast, and the totems have a delay. And many times the grenades will not explode over the Delirium monsters, and it will take forever to clear the maps. Trust me, though, you don't want Delirium on League Start. With my build here. So do any content, but don't do Delirium. If you want Delirium, do another build. Because it's not ideal for my build. You will struggle a little, and I want people to have fun. Later on, it will be easy, yes. But after you finish the campaign, you don't want to do Delirium. Yeah, if you play minions, it's also great. I like minion builds. I encourage minion builds. They are lazy, that's why. So I'm a big fan of lazy builds. And minions and totems are lazy, yes. And now I need to give you a bad news for spell totem players. You need to press more than 3 buttons. So in the end game, you press like 3-4 buttons. Good luck. Yeah, good luck with that. This is a 1-button build. And for single target, you also put Voltaic Grenade, but it's a 1-button build. You don't press 100 buttons. One button build. For max, you just put the totem like this. You don't press 1000 keys. Okay, let's see. Take this one. Can you show what the Xbox you're doing right now? I'm kinda late. That's your problem. I'm joking. Here is my crossbow. I don't have additional grenades, so on purpose. This crossbow can have a lot of damage on the implicit. you know, an additional grenade per totem. I don't have it, and I don't have gem levels. This I crafted for cheap. You can get deterministically 1 extra totem for cheap. So when I started the stream, I actually crafted this crossbow. I don't have a lot of physical damage. I don't have additional grenade implicit. I don't have gem levels. So this, you can craft it yourself for cheap. Give me a second. My escape doesn't work. So my escape key stopped working. And let me show you my amulet too. This is from the campaign with +1. So here you can get +2, you can get +3. I'm using +1. So the amulet with +1 and the pretty mediocre crossbow. That's the whole idea. I don't want to use powerful items. We take this one. Does move speed matter? Of course it matters. I sprint, yeah. When you see that I move fast, I sprint, yeah. I love to sprint a lot, but you need to be careful if you sprint. Did you see the tier list on Mobalytics? They put Warbringer on this spot. Man, depends on the skill. You know, depends on the skill that they are using. The items will be cheap, let's be clear. So the items, even in the campaign, no, we don't have a lot of builds that play with maces. Yeah, so even in the campaign, items will be everywhere and very cheap. That's another benefit. But the guys from Mobalytics, I think they are watching the melee skills, not the grenade totems. Usually grenade totems, yeah, if you take a Warbringer, they think about melee. That's why they put it in F tier. Because this is not a melee skill, you know, the way I made it, this is not melee. But I'm telling you, this is very powerful. I mean, we have a lot of people that played it before, they can confirm that this is strong as fuck. So yeah, it's melee. On Mobalytics, if you see D tier or F tier, it's because it's melee. Yeah. You're doing the 4th ascendancy? No, I'm doing the 3rd, man. I just finished the campaign. Look, I need to do this one, it will make you tankier. Give me a second, my escape doesn't work. Look at my level, 16, porno. I need to get more levels. I'm still low level. The 4th ascendancy, you do it later. Now I'm too low level for 4th ascendancy. Look, check the chat. People are saying how powerful is the build. I don't want to switch the keybind. In my drawer I have another keyboard and I will change it. But after the stream I don't want to change it now. So I have another keyboard. After the stream I will just change it. Tomorrow I'll have a new keyboard. That's my fix. Yeah, you told me to change the keybind from escape to F9. I will not do that. No, you're wrong. They said spell totems, not ballista totems. Spell totems. Because Saki boys, they have no clue what they're doing and they listen to whatever it's famous. You know, we have some big creators that talked about spell totems. Everyone's like, I will make spell totems, but they don't understand. First of all, items will be expensive. Secondly, without a lot of investment, you will be squishy in Wasteland 15-16. Thirdly, you need to press 4 buttons. So you press a lot of buttons, it will feel like shit to play, you'll be squishy and expensive. They don't understand this thing. They will find out, they will find it out. They will make spell totems. When they reach Wasteland 15-16, they will have the horrible realization that they need to reroll into my build. So most of the guys that will make spell totems, like 90% of the Saki boys, will come later to my build. Yeah, they will reach Wasteland 14, 15, 16, they will realize that they press too many buttons and they squishy, and they will say, man, I was a fool, let's go with PoE guy. Listen here. Wilfred, boss, thank you for the love. Wilfred, thank you for the sub. And have a good start tomorrow. Flopsy, thank you too. Welcome and have a good start tomorrow. I appreciate. Loser, this is fine. We can take. People are not asking questions. You need to ask them, boss, how many buttons do I need to play? Will the build be expensive? This is what you need to ask them. So go now to the creator and ask him how many buttons I need to press in the endgame. Not in the campaign, in the end game. And you ask them, will the build be expensive? Will the build be tanky without investing like 200 divine orbs? Yeah, what are the defenses? Go ask them. These are the real questions that you need to ask. They put it in F tier because they looked at the melee skills, not the grenades. So those guys, they checked melee skills. Because usually if someone makes a warrior, like 99% of the builds, they are melee. Warbringer, Titan, and Smith of Kitava, most of them are melee. Here, this is a weird build. I went with ballista grenades. But Warbringer with melee, shit, yes. I would also put it F tier if I would play melee. So yeah, Warbringer with melee, it's not great because melee is not great. Now, check the chat. A lot of people made it. Look. Welcome. But if you go with spell totems, remember what I said. So when you have the inevitable realization that the build it's not for new players, you will go back to my build here, yeah? You say, man, I was a fool, and you reroll into a warrior and you make my build and you have a good time. So you start with the totems, you'll have a good time probably in the first waystones. When you reach waystone 15, 16 and you have a wake-up call, remember to reroll into my build. So yeah, when you have the wake-up call, make my warbringer. This is for the guys that start with spell totem. So you have a backup plan, yeah, that's the idea. Oh. My boy, Ancestral Bond Keystone has been nerfed. I don't give a fuck. My build doesn't use it. So we don't take Ancestral Bond. This is a small nerf for spell totems, not for my build because I don't take it. My build does not take Ancestral Bond. So this will affect people that play spell totems. That's it. My boy, you need to understand that this build was tested by hundreds, even in patch 0.3, 0.4, so pretty much the setup that you currently have, it's 98% same as 0.4. We don't have many changes, yeah? So it's pretty much the same build. And in 0.4, this was busted as fuck, could do all the content, it's pretty much the same build. So this was tested, you cannot go wrong with it. Yeah, in the campaign it can suck, but luckily I made a video on my YouTube today, which I explain how to do the campaign. So the last video here was, it shows you each act how you need to do it. I shown how you should buy your items, what to look for, reminders, tips and tricks. So I made a video for this if you want to League-start. Campaign can be tricky, especially Act 1 and 2. If you're new to the game, you will die a lot. Because you're playing a warrior. The warrior in Act 1, it's not that great for new players. Which is very similar to a monk. If you start a monk in Act 1, it's also pretty shit. Let's see what we can take this one here. I'm doing from memory, but you have a skill tree. You should check it out. So in the build guide, you have the skill tree. Here I'm allocating the nodes by memory.
Fear will best you.
Ancestral Warrior Totem. Man, the way I made Ancestral Warrior with my Shaman, we actually don't need the Keystone, yes. So my Shaman build, in patch 0.5, I will update it and I will not take Ancestral Bond. And the build is still strong. So I will update the Shaman build too, but later I will League-start with this one. For those who don't know, I have another very powerful totem build with Ancestral Warrior Totems. Close to unkillable and a lot of damage. I will update that build too. I will not use the Keystone. I'll stay away from Ancestral Bond.
Good riddance.
It's time to put messages in the center of the screen. Hopefully not. So I'm still not upset. I'm still fine. Only if I get the question like 50 more times, then I'll get upset. Now I'm still fine.
Beware the scorpion sting.
Must beware of
You
the
get your
sting.
buffs from the minions, so you do more damage.
You ready?
And fuck this boss, man. Look, I'm doing 0 damage. See, 0 damage, huh? Yeah, fuck, man. He needs to stop moving, that's it. Come on, die today.
My dance with death is over.
This was the end of the trial in my time. But
Man, I don't want to repeat anymore. I got tired.
hides here.
My build does not use Ancestral Bone Keystone, so we don't care about the nerf. I don't know why everyone panicked. My build does not use this keystone. This is a small nerf for spell totems, not for my build. So I don't care about it. Now we become tankier. We're gonna take this one. This is very powerful, extra defensive. Check here my defenses. Ugh. Check here my physical damage reduction goes up. This is from the Jade stacks. Check here. Passively goes up. Now I have 85%, and if you get hit, you don't lose the charges. So you reduce a lot of damage, and it has another component. Let's say you get swarmed by a lot of enemies, you can activate it. And now you have a shield similar to Old Rot Flask that will absorb damage. When the shield gets depleted, again, it will regenerate again. And while it's regenerating, it will give you passively physical damage reduction. This will make you tankier. And on the second trial, you also have this one that absorbs a portion of the damage. 20% of the damage that you take gets redirected to a totem. And we don't stop here, because one of the minions that summon, it's a turtle. This one. If you stay in the radius of the turtle, you get even more defensive. Look, 90% physical damage reduction. So you get even tankier with the turtle up. You have a lot of defenses, man, with Warbringer. Yeah. Let me see if we can open something here. Let's go up. This is the first league when I follow your build. Well done, but be careful in Act 1 and 2. So Act 1 and 2 can suck on a warrior, yes. Act 1, you will die a lot if you didn't level up with warrior before. Warrior has a terrible start in Act 1. That's why. Let's do more maps now. So now I'm tankier. So this I will only press if I'm surrounded by deadly monsters. So let's say I open a map and the monsters surround me to kill me, yeah? I will press the shield. And it will help me to stay alive many times. You don't need to press it a lot, but if you see that you're surrounded by deadly monsters, you should instantly press the shield. Okay, let's raise the waystone now. Let's put waystone 8, why not? So I'm taking them little by little. There's juice. Put it here. I need to use my tablets, 1 second. Can I get a normal map? Let's do this one. I'm using Ritual to showcase an Abyss. We need to do some content.
Enemies abound.
I will need to change my crossbow, so I repeat. Every 10 levels, you need to change and buy a new crossbow. So every 10 levels, you need to buy a new crossbow, yeah? My boy, that question, I got it a lot. Of course I will make it. So when they will implement the skill tree planner for the game, of course I will make one. But now we cannot make it. So they need to add the feature to the game where you can import a special POB for the game. I will make it. But now you cannot do it. My boy, I have a better idea. Why not watch the video that I published yesterday? Yeah, I repeated like 100 times or more. I repeated on stream. I repeated on Discord. I repeated on the YouTube videos. Yeah. Look here, I don't have gem levels. Actually, I don't have even additional grenade. So I have a better idea. Watch the video from yesterday. Or go on my Discord server. You have a support channel and you'll see that question asked more than 200 times. Yesterday on stream, I repeated like 100 times. I won't repeat again. Check the video from yesterday. So regarding the essence nerf, check the video from yesterday. I explained what happened and more, yeah? I won't repeat again, sorry. I actually raged. So 2 days ago, I had a moment where I started raging. I got that question every 2 minutes. And I had to repeat more than 100 times and I lost it on stream. I even clipped it. So I had a moment of rage. I got the same question every 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes in the chat was asking me about the essence nerf, and I repeated more than 100 times, and I snapped. I snapped. I had a moment when I simply snapped. I was getting the same question every 2 minutes. Let me see if that's the one. And I cannot even pause the game. Let me click here. Piranim, let me check if that's the one. Let me check it. 0.4, we're gonna use Eternal Rage to generate... No, it's not that one. Piranim! Piranim, and why the fuck we have that command? Piranim! Why do you have that command? Rage, this... Man, we need to delete a lot of commands. So this command, Rage, it doesn't even make sense. This is an old clip from 0.4. It's out of context. We need to delete it. Yeah, I need to delete a lot of commands. Why we have that command? So we should not have a command with Rage. Because it is... Let me give you the clip. So ignore the Rage command. I don't know why we have that shit. It's from 0.4. Let me give you the moment where I raged. 1 second. I will fix it after the stream. I will go and check all the useless commands. I will delete them. We need to simplify things and we have only the essential commands. So the moment that I rage is here. Give me a second. I'll put it on YouTube too. So here is the moment when I raged. I repeated like 100 times. Look, I put it, check the chat. So that's the moment when I started raging on stream. I clipped it myself. So I was getting the same question every 2 minutes. So for 4 hours, every 2 minutes, I was getting the same question. Yeah, go check the chat and click on that link. For 4 hours, people ask me the same question every 2 minutes. And I lost it. I simply lost it. I got so upset, I snapped. Yeah, check it. This is a very common omen, yeah? Omen of the Sovereign. It's needed to get one additional totem. Luckily, this drops everywhere. So this is like one exalted normal League-starter. It's required for my additional totem craft. Luckily, this is one regal or one exalted, or extremely, extremely cheap on League-starter. So this omen is needed to trigger one additional totem guaranteed. And this is ultra cheap, which is great for us. We need to have less commands. I mean, some commands are outdated, you know. Some of the commands that we have in the chat are no longer viable, you know. That's the problem. Let me give you another 2 tips. My boy, I will give you 2 tips for even more damage. Damage is fine, now I have shit items. But let me give you some easy tricks that you can do after this map. I just remember. Hey, my boy, thank you for saying that. Let me check here. Look, a diviner. Look, I cannot take... I mean, I have more altars. 1 second. I have one more altar. I can take it. Wait, I think they changed for Abyssal Craft in 0.5. You will not be guaranteed to get those affixes. Of course you're wrong, I checked the page notes. Plopsy, I checked the page notes. Nothing changed. It's still guaranteed. So I looked on the page notes and I didn't see any problem. I need to change my crossbow though. So I read the page notes and I look at the essential components and I didn't see any problem, yeah? Let's finalize the ritual. I have a divine. So what I will do, I will play 1 more hour and then I need to relax for tomorrow. I need to be mentally prepared for tomorrow. I will stream a lot and I need to be fresh, yeah? So, yeah, I don't want to be tired tomorrow. When I start the stream tomorrow, I want to be relaxed. I want to be energized, yeah? I mean, already I leveled multiple warriors. Yeah, I did, this is warrior number 4 actually. Look, I cannot put escape, man. Let's see what we can take. We need to check with the... here. Check with the skill tree from the build guide, yes? You play tomorrow? It's kinda late for us local time. You said for us, you're from Romania. Yeah, Raluca. Oh, you're a girl. Yes, it's close to midnight. But I will play, of course, because I'm streaming my progress. So I'll play the entire night, yes. I will stream the entire night, I will stream my progress. I need to play. I never miss a league start, even in Path of Exile 1. Usually when we have a league start, it's terrible for Europeans. So people from Europe, they need to play during the night on league start. Yeah. So my plan is to finish the campaign. In my first stream, I want to finish the campaign. Then we continue with the endgame. What is the level of your grenade? We check it. 1 second. Let me finish the ritual. Let me finish the ritual and I'll check. My boy, I say a lot Transylvania because we have a lot of people from America. And when they ask me where is Romania, they don't know. If I say Transylvania, they know. That's why I say a lot of time Transylvania, because they don't know where is Romania. Now, if I say Transylvania, they actually know. If I say Romania, they don't know. It's not boring to level the campaign over and over. It's ultra boring. The reason I'm doing I have a lot of new channel visitors that want to see the build in action. So I get this question a lot. How is your fucking league starter? So you talk a lot about your starter. Can you show us some gameplay? And that's why I'm doing it. So people keep asking me, we want to see gameplay with your starter, we want to see if it's good, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm showcasing the build. Let's defer it. My escape doesn't work anymore. You want my address? No, I don't give it.
These invaders will not
You want my address? I don't give it.
conquest.
Oh, oh, whoa, whoa! I don't have flash charge. I will die. Oh, fuck! They are everywhere. Let me jump. They shoot multiple projectiles. Let me put my shield. What the fuck is this? Oh, oh! Oh, put the flask. They want to ruin my stream. That was a close one, yeah? You're a Saki boy. They put corrupted blood too. Look, corrupted blood. They put shock. So what would be the ideal content for League-starter? Ritual and Abyss. And Expedition. So Breach you can also do it, but it's a little tricky. Yeah? You want to do it later, Breach, when you get more upgrades in Waystone 15. So for Waystone 1 up to Waystone 12, I suggest you do Ritual, Abyss or Expedition. This should be the easiest content. Ritual, Abyss, Expedition. From Waystone 1 to Waystone 12 should be easy. Later you can also do Breach because it gets easier later, but later. Okay, let's open a new map. I need to upgrade my crossbow. Let's do it now. I'm not using energy shield in my build. No, you don't want energy shield. So how you upgrade your crossbow? So let's say you want to buy it. Put like this crossbow. Put additional grenade. And you take this implicit. This will be best in slot. I'm talking about later if you want to buy it directly. It's important to get as lot as physical DPS as possible. Now, of course, as you progress, you raise the bar here. Let's try 400. Okay, let's try more, 500. The League-starter will be cheap, by the way. Let me check here my level. I am level 71, and we put here in the requirement if I can equip it right away. Or maybe I show you how to craft it again. Let's say you want to craft it yourself. Let me craft one. So let's say you want to craft a crossbow, yes. Let's put my level 71. We get any crossbow that has this implicit. Grenade skills, find additional projectile, and we put magic. And you take increased physical damage. This one. Let's take a good roll, like 100 or higher, and we search. This is ultra cheap, don't worry. Now I'm playing on standard and the economy is fucked up. Nobody's playing, nobody's picking in the campaign bases to sell, especially magic items. That's why they are expensive. I'm just showing you how to craft, that's it. So you start with the base that I'm buying, it's like 3 exalted, 4 exalted or so League-starter, yes? You put it here. Let's go back to my hideout. I'm crafting one now live on stream. So the first step is to get the base. The base needs to have this modifier, increased physical damage. And it needs to have ideally this one, grenade skills, find additional projectile. That's a lot of damage. The next step, you want to buy Essence of Abrasion. Put here Greater Essence of Abrasion. It's like 3 exalted orbs on League-starter. It's very, very cheap. So ignore the price here, it's cheap. Let's buy one. This will guarantee that you get flat physical damage. You click it. And now you have increased physical damage with flat physical damage. The next step, it's also very cheap. You buy a jawbone. This will be 1 exalted orb on League-starter. Or 2. 1 or 2 exalted orbs. Now it's standard. That's why it's 250. You know, prices are fucked up.
Let's see if there are any
You put it here. And you need to apply the desecration on the prefix. So you're gonna put Omen of the Sovereign. Don't worry, it's cheap. I actually have it here, my boy. I dropped it from Abyss. I actually have it here. Let's take an Omen of Sinistral Necromancy. These two. This will apply the desecration on the prefix. This is 1 exalted orb on League-starter. 1 exalted orb. Very cheap, very common. Or 2. 1 or 2 exalted orbs. You activate the 2 omens and you apply the desecration. This will give you on the prefix. And when you unveil it, it's guaranteed to give you an additional totem. You will end the craft with greater... Give me a second. Greater Exalted Orbs. This one. You slam it 2 times. Actually, when you do this slam, some of you might get gem levels. You may actually get gem levels. This will be the craft, a crossbow that you'll use for the endgame. You go here to the Well of Soul, you unveil the desecration, and you'll see you get guaranteed 1 extra totem. But you can't job on 0 when using an essence. You can. They mentioned that desecration works with essences. So you can put an essence and you can also desecrate. It works. So you can use 1 essence, you can also desecrate 2.
Life above, death below. Waiting in between.
Look, you take this modifier, it's guaranteed to appear.
Touched by death, yet still mine to wield.
And just this, you crafted the crossbow. This is extremely cheap. You can craft a crossbow like this for like 20 Exalted Orbs, and you can use it for the endgame. Here I didn't have this implicit, which is big. So all my totems here now will shoot 1 additional grenade. That's a huge damage multiplier. Here I didn't have. I bought a random crossbow, the cheapest. You finalize the craft with some quality. Here. And you put some iron runes. Here. And you're done. You're done. This crossbow you can do waste on 15-16 already. So you can craft it in yellow maps and you stay with this crossbow until waste on 15-16. It's very cheap. Later, you'll also buy with gem levels. So in addition to physical damage and 1 extra totem, this crossbow can have gem levels up to 5. And it will give even more damage. I'm showing you that it's an easy craft. That's what I want to show you. You can craft it for easy, for cheap, deterministically. No, you don't valid. You can valid later when you make currency. Now I'm gonna use this one. Another upgrade that you can do is to buy an amulet with +2 projectile skills. I will stay with this one +1, but I'm telling you, you can get +2 or +3, you do more damage. Another upgrade, you can take more physical damage on the ring. Or even, let's upgrade my ring here. So this is from the campaign. Flat physical damage to attacks will apply to grenades. Or flat fire damage to attacks will also apply to grenades. Let's upgrade my ring, check my... Yeah, I need some fire resistance, like... yeah. Look how I'm doing. I'm putting here ring. We're gonna put here fire resistance. We take like 37. Then you want to put... this is important. Physical damage to attacks. And you take a decent roll. Also some life. All your rares should have life. Yeah, it's important. If you buy a rare... My boy! Someone is calling me. Give me a second. My boy! I have a courier arriving in 10 minutes. Brings me a device for making sport, yeah? I need to make more sport. I've been sitting on the chair like crazy. So I'm gonna still explain a couple of things. Will be a small break. So I'm waiting for a courier. Will bring me a device, you know. Put here life. Take some life. Doesn't need to be a lot on League-starter. Yes. How much it is? It's cheap. Now you can, if you want more damage, you can also take fire damage to attacks. You can also take fire damage to attacks. So physical damage to attacks, fire damage to attacks like this. This will apply to totems. This would be incredible, something like this. If it's expensive, you just take physical damage to attacks. See what we can take. This is incredible. We have resistance. Yeah, let me buy this one. On League-starter, they are much cheaper and you have a lot of them.
The Mars Pickleton. We have visitors.
Yeah. So remember, you can get extra damage on the rings, on the gloves, and on the amulet with projectile skills. It's not just the weapon.
Blessings. Forgive us.
Yeah, give me a second again. I need to change my t-shirt. I have the courier. 1 second. Back. Yeah, I changed my t-shirt. So when I'm streaming here at the computer, I use a garbage t-shirt. You know, anyway, you don't see me. So yeah, but when someone is visiting me, I change my t-shirt.
You've received a shipment.
Okay. Put here. Let's do another map. Let's raise the tier now. Put pants on. No. Let's put tier 11 now. We push the tier. Let's juice it to the maximum. Let's put this. I don't care. Anyway, I don't play standard. Okay, let's do tier 11. Should be easy. And let's add another tablet. Let's put another Abyss tablet, yeah? Yeah, we can do this one. Let's do it. You don't see mechanics sometimes, maybe it will kill you, my boy. When the build is fully done, you'll be tanky as fuck. So you don't need to see anything. So later, when you finalize the build fully, it will be tanky as fuck. You really don't see, you don't need to see anything. You cannot die. Or you rarely die. But now you play carefully because... Oh! Let me check the modifiers. What's the problem here? Yeah, they move too fast, that's the problem. Have increased movement speed and attack speed. Oh! The courier is here, give me a second. Be right back. Yeah. Okay, back, sorry. I will check it after the stream, yeah? Let's continue. Totem got nerfed? No. So my build doesn't use Ancestral Bond, only Spell Totems got touched a little, yeah? I'm not playing Spell Totems. So the nerf that happened, it's for Ancestral Bond Keystone, which I'm not using in my build, yeah? So this is not a nerf for my build here, yeah? So there are multiple totems in this game, melee totems, spell totems, and mortar artillery, mortar cannon here. And the mortar cannon, my build setup here, I don't use Ancestral Bond.
Feel my wrath!
Eh? Here it is. Let's see what we can take. This one. Also give you maximum life too. As someone that's playing grenades, do you think the new unique grenade launcher will be good? Not for totems. It will be incredible for manual grenades, so if you shoot grenades manually, it will be incredible. But if you play totems, you want to craft a rare crossbow, it's much better. So if you play totems with grenades, then you need to craft a rare crossbow. If you play manual grenades, the new unique is incredible. And they are kind of different, yes? Boss, when do you talk about what uniques to aim and what to grab from the new runes? I talked like crazy, but you weren't on stream. So I explained, the new rune that gives you 10% chance to detonate the grenade an additional time, it's very powerful, but we don't want to use it early on. We use it later. So that rune, we're gonna buy it later when you max the build. It's very powerful, but you don't put it too early. Early we put iron runes. Yeah, when you reach Waystone 15 and get more upgrades, then you put the rune with 10% detonation for additional time. It's powerful. There is another rune that will give you one extra jewel socket. It's also powerful. I will also include voices. In the max version, I will include voices to the build. It's very powerful jewel. Runic Ward, it's another mechanic that it will be mandatory for my build. It will make it tankier, my build. It's already tanky, but it will become tankier with Runic Ward. So yeah, I will incorporate a lot of changes. But first I need to play. So I'm an old school player, I like to test. So before I put something in the build guide, I need to test it, man. I need to test, make sure that everything works fine, that it's great, then I'll put it in the build guide. Until then, you stick with the current guide, yeah? So I will need to test them, but Runic Ward, yeah, you can take it even in the campaign. My boy, you can take Runic Ward even in the campaign. Actually, you don't have penalty if you take it in the campaign. Yeah, it got a small buff, yes, it will be better. So in terms of defenses, expect this build to be like 30% tankier from the Runic Ward and armor buff. So we have defenses buff and we have Runic Ward will be like 30% tankier. It's already tanky when it's fully done, but it will be tankier. Runic Ward is attached to the gear, yes. Look here, I'm reading the chat and I almost died. So I'm reading the chat as I play, yes? As I play, I'm also reading the chat. What's your opinion on Monk martial artist build? Very powerful. So let me tell you like this. If you play Monk, you cannot go wrong. In the campaign, it will suck. So Monk is similar to Warrior in Act 1 and 2 for leveling. But you don't care about that. You'll finish the campaign. It will be very strong in the endgame. So martial artist Monk, it will be very powerful in the endgame. I can tell you that right now. But in the campaign, it will be slow. But you don't care about the campaign. You just care about the endgame. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with Monk. No man, I need to unpack it. I don't want to unpack it now. No. After the stream, I will unpack it. Look at Divine here. Defer it. Today again will be a shorter stream because tomorrow we have a big day, yeah? So I need to relax, I need to sleep well, so I have energy for tomorrow. It will be a long stream, so I need a lot of sleep. Probably I will take some pills, I need to sleep and Yeah, I will take some pills or something so I can sleep better. Look, I got a level. Here I'm doing from memory, but you should check the guide instead, yes. We go here at the top. We have this node Grenadier. So now when you summon a totem, they will shoot once and they will stop. And if you want to attack again, you need to resummon a new one. Again, will shoot once, it will stop, you resummon a new one. If you take Grenadier, each totem will shoot 2 times before it stops. This is very useful for bossing, because you have more time to dodge abilities than resummoning the totems all the time if you do bosses. So if you take Grenadier, map clear speed, it will be even better, bossing it will be even better, remember. So if you want to farm bosses, it's mandatory for Grenadier, it will feel like 2 times better. Yeah? Let me close it and we level up. Let me give a big reminder. So if you want to go like me with Abyss, let me show you because this is important. So if you decide to go with Abyss, you want to avoid this modifier on the tablet.
Shipment sent.
Where it is now? So we have this modifier. It says Abyssal monster in maps have increased difficulty and reward for each close speed. And it can make the monsters ultra tanky and deadly. Yeah? So on League Start, you don't take this modifier. So if you choose your tablets and you see this modifier, you sell it, but you don't use it. It makes the maps incredibly hard. You can do all the modifiers, but this you avoid. It can make like 20 times harder, you know, the Abyssal monsters. So this is a reminder, you don't take it. Yeah? Ah, it's remove only, that's why. Let me check here. Do we have? Let's try. Let's push the waste on 14. Take this one. I will raise the waste on tier so I get more experience. Yes. Let's go here. And let me find somewhere. Here we do it. My boy, do you have any tier list for build? I don't know how to play. Man, if you're new to the game, you should play a bunch of creators with the League Start with Spirit Walker. My build is also for new players, except Act 1. Act 1 you will struggle, you know, no pain, no gain. Good things come for those who wait. But if you can go past Act 1, it will be fine. But if you want a very lazy build, I recommend Spirit Walker with companions. So we have a bunch of creators that will League Start with Spirit Walker, and they will make a zoo build with companions. That will be easy for new players. So that's what I recommend too. So Spirit Walker with the companions, it will be great for new players. Yeah, zoo build, yeah. The zoo build will be like 1 button, 0 buttons, and it will also be tanky. My build is also great, but I'm giving you alternatives. That will be a good build for new players. At what level did you solo Simulacrum with your Warbringer and Shaman? First of all, you need to ask on what difficulty. Difficulty +1, you can do it at level 85. Simulacrum. +1, it's easy. 80, with this build, level 85, we can do Simulacrum. I mean, I can show you. My boy, let's do some content now. Because I'm preparing to close the stream, look what I'm gonna do. Give me a second, my escape doesn't work. And where is my main menu? Options. No. I need to press escape and it doesn't work. Yeah, my keyboard stopped working. Click here, no. I need to press escape. No. Yeah, so my escape doesn't work. Yeah, I need to change my keyboard. I want to go to character selection, yeah? How the fuck I open that interface? My boy, I need to change my keyboard, but which I... Give me a second. No. Let me restart the game. Alt F4, yeah? I will just restart the game. Escape doesn't work. No, I'll restart the game. Oh, it's faster than binding. Anyway, after the stream, I will change my keyboard. So this is a Warbringer that I leveled up from level 1 to end game. I'm not using crazy items. I will show you when I open. And like 6 days ago, I leveled this Warbringer. And we're gonna do Simulacrum. So someone on YouTube said, hey boss, does your shit build can do Simulacrum? Of course it can do.
Shipment sent.
Okay. What's happening on here? We have an invader in my hideout. This is Tutio. So let me show you my items. My boy, stop, I cannot focus. I'm kidding, do what you want, I'll open this in here. So my crossbow doesn't have gem levels. So this is similar to what I have. On the implicit grenade skills for an additional projectile, we have physical damage and 1 extra totem. I don't have gem levels. Yeah, so this is without gem levels, and the amulet with is +2. I don't have a +3, yeah? And we're gonna do Simulacrum on difficulty +2 actually. So someone on YouTube said, hey, your shit build can do Simulacrum. I will do it on +2 with items that you can get on day 3. Let me buy here Splinter. I will showcase the build. Simulacrum on +2 actually. When the build is with more upgrades, you can do +3 too. Let's buy 150. I mean 100 +2, no? Let's pay with Divine Oaks. Yeah, I hope you're watching if you're still there. So again, I don't have gem levels on my crossbow. Yeah, this you can craft deterministically for like 30 exalted orbs. I don't have +3 gem levels. This is +2. And I'm gonna do Simulacrum here. We do it directly on +2. Where are my splinters? Here, free time. We put +2. +3 you don't do now. You need better items for +3. No +1, we do +2. Let's do +2. See how it goes. Another thing that I need to mention, with this character I did all my trials, very important. This gives you a lot of damage in combination with this node. So you take the Molten Wand gives, armor break applies to fire damage from hits in combination with this one. So my grenades, when they will explode, will break the armor of the enemies, will give you a lot of damage. So remember, you need to take all the points, yeah, before you do it. You do all your ascendancy points. Okay, let's see, is this a shit build? Let's find out. Okay, let's find out. Compressed duration, we no longer use it in the patch 0.5. I'm not using Rigwald's Ferocity, I'm using Elemental Armament. Yeah, Rigwald's Ferocity is very expensive, it gives you 40% more damage. This gives you 25% more, so no Rigwald's Ferocity. Here I'm using Potent Exposure, you get it for free when you reach level 90, you get 1 extra Jewel Soldier. Okay. So what I'm having here, you can get on day 3, day 4 without problems. Yeah, I check my items now. So this is nowhere close to finalization. New Simulacrum will have 7 waves. Oh, I forgot about that, you're right. In case you missed it, the Simulacrum in the next patch will have 7 waves. Press F1. Ah, he wants to see my FPS or something. Okay, here it's my FPS, yeah? Look. I'm showcasing my FPS. This is difficulty +2. I'm using day 3 items. Let's do it fully. So what I'm doing here, I'm moving in circles at the edge of the arena. As I move, I drop a totem every 1 second. When things go spicy, you press the shield. You have a shield here, you press it. You'll see me pressing it. No, it doesn't work like that. For Trial of Sekema carry, only on floor 4. So the service will only work if you kill Zarok, the floor boss on floor 4. So it doesn't work with floor 3. So it's just floor 4. When you kill Zarok, then you can do the service. So people that will pay, usually they pay for floor 4. They are not interested in floor 2 or floor 3. Nobody will pay for that. This build looks strong. My boy, this build is strong. Not that it looks strong. This build is strong. I played it like a maniac in 0.3 and 0.4. I did all the content from the game. It's very, very strong and well tested. I don't get it why people don't play it. So let me tell you, people got baited with spell totems. That's what problem. This is an excellent build. First of all, it's cheap. Secondly, it's tanky. Third of all, we don't use mana. Fourth, it's one button build. It's one button build. You don't need to press more. People that will expect will play like 3-4 buttons. So I don't get it why people don't play this. This is a dream build. Especially for new players. Yeah, I have no idea why they don't make this build. Can do everything from the game. Can do Trial of Sekema carry. Can do Simulacrum on +3. Why the fuck you don't play this? Can do Arbiter of Ash. Can do all the pinnacle bosses from the game on maximum difficulty. Here I will use the shield. When the boss spawns, I will use the shield. My boy, let's pretend that spell totems do overkill damage. Let's say you need to press 3-4 buttons. So I don't enjoy builds where you press more than 2 buttons, yeah? So to do your combo for spell totems, get ready to press 3-4 buttons. Who wants to play like that? What's your method for sustaining life? It's the skill tree. I'm also using Vitality too. I'm also using Time of Need that will heal me from time to time. So we have a lot of life regen, yeah? It's in the build guide. When the boss spawns, you put your shield directly. Look, I'm using cheap items, day free items here. Let's be clear, day free items. I'm doing Simulacrum on +2. But let's do it fully, yeah? I need to do it fully.
Are you trying to cleanse yourself of me?
I'm telling you, people don't realize how important are the defenses, yeah? They are obsessed with POB numbers for damage. You know, they just check damage everywhere. They don't think too much about defenses. They don't think too much about how many buttons you play. So they just talk in theory. They do theory crafting a lot, but when you play the build, sometimes you will be disappointed because it will feel like shit to play. So on paper, everything looks good. When you play it, it's shit. Look, one button build. Just one button. And new players in particular, they need tanky builds. A new player tends to die a lot, no? So if you're new to the game, you really need a tanky build. You need it. Spark is also incredible, but it's expensive. So getting a good Spark setup, it's expensive, it's not cheap. Spark is great, but it's also expensive. I also expect the spell totems to be expensive in its scepters, no? You have competition with minion players. I can guarantee that this will be way cheaper than spell totems. So getting upgrades will be much cheaper on this build. Even for the maces, we don't have a lot of people playing maces in the campaign, yeah?
You can't get rid of the exile. I am.
Yeah, I need to do it fully. So, in order to count, I need to do it fully, all 15 waves. When the boss is found, you put the shield, yeah, Jade shield. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh.
Come here!
Nowhere to keep that.
So what's the story? Someone in the YouTube chat said if I can do simulacrum and I'm doing on difficulty +2, I jump directly on +2. +1 it's easy, that's why. +1 it's easy, I will jump directly to +2.
Nothing you do matters.
So this is the area level 80, it's not 78.
Will pass into the next world.
I've no more room.
Okay, now let's do the last waves. Wave 11, these are the hardest. How often do you resummon? Every 1 second. This is how you should play it. So you need to resummon for this build, what I'm playing here, to play it properly every 1 second. I explained in the build guide why. There are multiple reasons. Now let me focus a little. Let me focus. They do a lot of damage, by the way. So I'm very careful how I move, yeah? I'm also pressing the plus, yes? Okay. Can you show it in a tier 15 map after this? I have a better idea. Can you open my YouTube? Can you watch the previous VODs that I stream literally each day for the last 20 days? Here's my YouTube channel. It says gameplay showcase with the day 3-4 items. I did the gameplay showcase in maps. I did gameplay showcase with bosses. You can check my Twitch VODs, yeah? I've been literally streaming each day, doing tier 16 with this build, with very cheap items. I did like more than 200 maps over 20 days. Yeah? You have so many videos, you have no idea. Let me make some space here. It's hard for me, man. It's hard. I played like crazy a lot of maps. Even today I did map. Today I did low tier. Yeah. So not today.
Do you not wonder what
This is
the streams of fate? What stands astride the abyss and beckons you to fall?
no merc. My boy, Piranim, I don't like that message. Look, so people have a legit question here. Why I don't play tactician? You don't put that. Check what my boy. Check the chat. So Piranim made a command when someone asks about tactician. It says only Saki boys do tactician. Stay with Warbringer. I mean, they don't understand anything from this, and some of them will get offended. So if we tell that to them, they will get offended. They will get upset on me. So I didn't say that. Let me explain why we don't do tactician. So Warbringer, he gives you 1 extra totem. Tactician also gives you 1 extra totem, but it's conditional. You need to pair it up with another attack skill, so you need to press more buttons. For your totems to attack with the tactician, you need to press another button. So it's minimum 2 buttons. Secondly, tactician is way squishier than a Warbringer. So Warbringer has a lot of defensive mechanism, and it's important because you don't have a shield anyway. So totems will absorb a portion of the damage that you take, will get redirected to a totem. Warbringer also has a shield that you can use multiple times, it will absorb damage. And lastly, which is great, we get armor break for free. Tactician needs to use another skill that will give armor break. So even 1 more button to break the armor of the enemies. Here we don't need it. So this is a 1 button build. Tactician, it's multi-button. Yeah? It's multi-button. It's also tankier. Warbringer is tankier. So let me put it like this. Tactician does slightly more DPS, but in Waystone 15-16 it's squishier. And new players die a lot and they complain. And let me give you a fun fact. In patch 0.4 we had a lot of people coming on my channel from Tactician, and they re-rolled from Tactician to Warbringer. So they started with Tactician because they didn't listen to me, and after 2 weeks they re-rolled into a Warbringer. They reached Waystone 15-16, they started getting one-shotted, they got upset and they made my build. So they re-rolled from Tactician into Warbringer because they needed defenses. Plus this is a one-button build, you don't press a lot of buttons. So listen to me, this is superior. Tactician gives you slightly more DPS, but it's squishier and it's multi-button. I made 3 separate videos since patch 0.3 explaining why Warbringer is the best class for Mortal Cannon. Some people listen to me, some people no. Their problem. Did you post the leveling guide for this? I have a better idea. Let's check together the YouTube channel. Let's see what we have here. Let's refresh. Of course I posted it. Here it is. It was posted 5 hours ago. Problem is nobody checks it. So here is the leveling guide. I explain each act what you need to do. I explain how to buy your items. I explain what are the common mistakes. I explain tricks and tips and more. My problem is people don't check it, you know. I put a lot of effort into this video, people still don't check it. Of course, that's why I delayed the stream. I was busy with this video. So today I started the stream later because I put a lot of effort into this video. Okay, let's finalize the simulator. You know, I bitch a lot, no? I bitch a lot. Will crafting nerfs have issues for news? For crafting? My boy, I don't want to repeat anymore, sorry. I repeated like 200 times. Let me give you a clip actually. No, I don't have the clip anymore. Yes, short answer, yes. Without problem. So the craft will be cheap, no problem. Here I'm playing, look, I don't have gem level. Check my crossbow. This was crafted by me. I crafted on stream like 10 or 20 crossbows. I don't have gem levels. I crafted it for like 30 exalted dogs. Very cheap. So it's exactly the same recipe, you just don't put Essence of Battle. So the step when it says apply Essence of Battle, you skip it. That's it. So it's exactly the same crafting procedure from the build guide. When I say apply Essence of Battle, you delete that step. So you skip Essence of Battle. Later, when you have more currency, you can get with gem levels, but it will be more expensive. But you can craft something like this for the endgame for 30 exalted dogs, very cheap. Deterministic craft. I repeat it so many times that I go frustrated. Boss, Sonokishi, thank you for the subscription, man. Have a good start tomorrow. And sorry if I'm being a bitch or salty, but sometimes it happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. Oh, my boy, I'm under attack. Blank picture. Boss, thank you again. Oh man, that's a lot of subs. Boss, thank you for the subs, man. You know, the league didn't even started. Blank picture, the league didn't even started, man, and you show me so much love again. Again, thank you for all the support. Yeah, you helped me a lot, even in the past. Thank you. You know, low-key, I wanted to end the stream, but now I feel terrible. I need to stream longer. We're gonna stream 30 more minutes. Thank you. I highly appreciate this. We're gonna stream 30 more minutes. Now I feel bad. I cannot end the stream. So someone on YouTube asked me to do some map showcase. We're gonna do some maps. Thank you, Blank Picture. I'm gonna stream 30 more minutes. We're gonna do some maps. I'm the one to thank, not you. I'm the one to thank you. That's a lot of subs. Thank you. Thank you a lot. We're gonna do some maps, yeah. Someone on YouTube asked me how is this build for maps. I'm gonna do some Waystone 16 actually, with irradiation, so it's a higher area level. Yeah. So the big advantage of Warbringer is the tankiness. You know, Tactician is squishy, it's like piss. So in patch 0.4 we had a lot of people that re-rolled from Tactician into Warbringer. They went on my server and they started saying, hey boss, I didn't listen to you, I went with Tactician, I reached Waystone 15-16 and I get one-shotted. That's your problem, I said. Next time listen to me. I did it. And you can make it even tankier. There is a charm, Rite of Passage, with Ox, Bear or Boar. It gives you damage reduction 20%. So you have 20% damage reduction from this one. And you get an additional 20% from the charm, Stop Farting. And you also have a Runic Ward next league. So what's my plan? For the build, I will incorporate Runic Ward everywhere, yes? Let me close it. The escape doesn't work. I need to change my keyboard. Yeah. Let's do the last wave, yeah? Look, wave 15, this is difficulty +2. So someone on YouTube said, hey boss, can you do simulacrum with your items here? These are items that you can get easy on day 3, day 4. Remember, I don't have gem levels. You can craft it deterministic 30 exalted. Here it's +2, I don't have +3. And of course, I decided to do +2. This is simulacrum +2.
Believe me, you will fall.
I need to focus a little, yes? Let me tell you the secret. You move in circles at the edge of the arena, and when Causes and Monophobia spawn, you press directly Encase in Jade. So you get the shield right away. This is how you should play. So you move in circle. Here, directly you put the shield. Put the shield. You're a Saki boy. Oh. So the Encase in Jade, the shield is very useful. Yeah. Look, I'm playing on purpose a little aggressively.
Keep your precious silence.
Okay, let's do a map. So someone on YouTube asked me, boss, can you do a map? Okay, let's do it. Another benefit of this setup, you don't need a regex filter. So whatever you take, you put it and you hit it. Let me demonstrate. You can do this one, tier 16, let's put it. Let's find an area, get something. Do I have Abyss anywhere? Overrun by Abyssal? Let's take this one, has one area level. I don't like the map, Augury is shit. Let's do this one, Blooming Field, this is incredible. I cannot use the tablet. Give me a second. Here? No. Here. Yeah, we do this one. So we're gonna put Irradiation and Abyss. I will farm Abyss on League-starter. In my opinion, Breach and Abyss is very profitable. So I hope you're still watching. There was a guy on YouTube. Here is the mapping experience. Piranim, thank you for updating the Tactician, yeah. So what I like to do here, I will buy Rite of Passage as fast as possible because it will explode in price, yeah? So on League-start, my priority is to get a Rite of Passage with Bear, Ox or Boar. It gives you 20% damage reduction, and if you buy it early, it's better because it explodes in price after 4 weeks. That's a powerful charm. Even for Simulacrum, you get 20% damage mitigation. I don't have it here, yeah? Another tip is if you do Abyss, you need an Ignite charm, yeah? Dowsing charm to remove the Ignites. Abyssal monsters, the rest, some of them put Ignites on you, yeah? Yeah, thank you, Piranim. That's a good blank picture, you're right. Look, this is the mapping experience, yes? For the end game. Because I need to stress, if you're finalizing the campaign, you don't have all the skill points here, yeah? You're still... There are some crucial notes that you need to take. Until you take those notes, it will feel clunky a little, yes? For example, this one, you need to detonate the grenades as fast as possible. You need Grenadier, it will help you especially with bossings. So totems will shoot 2 times, yeah? For example. And this is the normal version. In the build guide, you have a max version too, where I'm doing rage stacking. So the max version introduces rage stacking. We're gonna stack a lot of rage. It does much more damage. It's better, but it's also expensive. This is the normal version, which is very cheap and affordable. QA guy, what was the first charm? Charm of dowsing. This is just for Abyss. It removes ignite. So this charm is just for Abyss. If you do Expedition, you don't take fire damage. Monsters are immune to fire, you don't take. Okay, let's do it. What I like to do here, I don't read anything, just the immunities. I don't take physical damage and immunity, and I don't take fire because I do dual element, dual damage, fire and physical. So I stay away from fire, immunity to fire and immunity to physical. I don't read anything. These are very deadly modifiers most of the times, but you don't need to get close to the monsters. Check. You put the totems and you stay in safe distance. So you don't need to get close, you'll be fine. So yeah, you can do Expedition or League-starter if you like it. No, don't get close, I forgot. Yeah, you don't do it. So don't they have modifiers. So these modifiers make the monsters very rippy from Expedition. I didn't even read them. So 2 totems and you stay from safe distance. Oh, this one. Yeah. See, you can do Expedition. But you stay safe distance because these modifiers will make them hard, no? Thank you, my boy. So in Path of Exile 1 and 2, I try to stick to the same build. You'll see me playing the same starter. I'm talking about just the starter. I highly believe the more you do a build on League-starter, the better you get at it, yeah? I play different builds, but my League-starter, I want to always use the same starter. Path of Exile 1, same starter. Path of Exile 2, I want to make the same starter. The way you League-start, it's important, no? After I will test spell totems on a Warbringer, but I will not scale with Archmage. So majority of the creators will scale damage with Archmage and mana. I fuck that shit. I'm scaling it in a different way. I just don't want to say it on stream now. You know, they copy my idea. I'm telling you right now, I will do Warbringer with spell totems and I will scale damage in a different way. After I unlock the Atlas, I will show you. Boss, did you create this build or you get some inspiration? My boy, let me tell you what happened. So in patch 0.3, I started directly with this, but it was like this. Initially, plan was like this. I made even a video. You have it now on YouTube. I said, in 0.3, I will test the changes. They did some changes for totems. I said, I will test the changes for Shockwave Totem. If they will feel like shit, I will test Mortal Cannon. And I tested in game. I've seen that Shockwave Totem no longer pushes a lot of damage early on. And when I tried Mortal Cannon, it was OP. So the moment I put Mortal Cannon, it was a no-brainer. I tried the Mortal Cannon with Explosive Grenade. The moment I put it, it did so much damage that I said, okay, we stay with this one. So yeah, and that's how the build got. So initially, Shockwave Totem was shit. I tested level 42 Mortal Cannon. I noticed that it does a lot of damage and it's easy. It was actually more powerful because you didn't have the delay. In 0.4, they added a delay for the totem. They don't shoot instantly. This was much powerful in 0.3. So yeah, I made it since the start. And I even made a video that if shockwave totems are destroyed, I will go with mortar cannon and test. I tested it and it was broken. And everything was done on stream, let's be clear. So what I'm saying here was done live on stream. The tests were done on stream live. Yeah, the skill was overpowered. Now it's still strong, but it's less powerful than before, but it's still strong. Yeah. I had to tweak the campaign progression actually. So if you watch the build guide, let me put it on the screen. Okay, let's go to the build guide. We go to the leveling section for the campaign. So here I had to tweak the progression for the campaign. So we preserve the skill tree. We need to use melee skills, yeah, Volcanic Fissure with combination with Shockwave Totem. Then we transition at level 52 to Cluster Grenade, but when we transition we don't drop a lot of nodes. So the skill tree with 80% the same. I had to calculate here, so we don't need a lot of gold to unspec. People don't realize how important it is. You know, people stress me with shield wall, for example, make shield wall leveling. We cannot, because you'll require a lot of gold to transition from shield wall to cluster grenade. With this skill tree, you just drop these nodes here and you're done. So these melee nodes, we drop them and we pat down here and we're done. This is the transition. And you don't need a lot of gold for this. People don't realize how important it is. And my escape doesn't work. Need to press here P. Isn't Archmage scaling nerd? They nerfed it a little actually, but it's still viable, let's be clear. And let me tell you the secret. People don't realize how terrible it will feel. So you'll press like 3 buttons, 4 buttons, it's not fun. So to do the combo for the end game, it's not 1 button, it's not 2 buttons, probably 3 or 4. So it will feel like shit to play. Here it's a 1 button build, look, 1 button. If you do spell totems and you do the full combo, it will be like 3 buttons or 4. What is shield wall? Put on YouTube, it's a shield with a wall. Put on YouTube shield wall. A lot of warriors use the shield wall for leveling. Oh, check here. This is a sign. Let me drop this.
Mine to claim.
Also, I would stay away if a build appears broken or uses a bug or unintended mechanic. I usually stay away because they will get fixed. So even at the start, people were talking about Archmage that is broken. Of course they will nerf it. You should not be happy. So if you steal an unintended mechanic, you should stay away from it. It's a no-brainer. So if something is unintended, because it's early access, the developers don't have time to test each single interaction. You should not be happy. Because you put a lot of effort into the guide and everything, and for what? Eventually it will get fixed. I have this mentality, you stay away from broken interactions. Because they will get fixed and all your effort goes to waste. Yeah, I hate inventory management. It will be easier next league because we have the fragment tab. We can put affinities, it will be easier for me to deposit my items. Yeah. So yeah, I give you more gameplay showcase here. You see, it's great. And we don't stop here. My build can do Trial of Sekema carry services. I did it even in patch 0.4 for close to 3 weeks. I did Trial of Sekema carry full party. So when you do the max version of this setup with rage stacking, you can carry a full party in Trial of Sekema, and everyone will pay. I plan to do carry services even in 0.4 after. When I reach level 94, when I get some decent items, I will do carry services in Trial of Sekema. You know what's funny? I really need to close the stream because tomorrow it's a big day. It's a big day. I need to prepare mentally. I need to sleep well. I need to be relaxed. So I have energy for tomorrow. Let's do a boss. Okay, let's do a boss, and then I'll close the stream. So I'll stream like 5 more minutes. Tomorrow it's a really big day. I want to be prepared. Yes. Let's do some bosses. Let's do all rot. Why not? I'll do all rot on difficulty 1 and 2 because I'm not using great items. Yeah, so that's why I'm not doing +3. Runic Splinter. Let's get 150. So 1 and 2. This is also fine.
See if there are any takers.
So after I do +1 and +2, and then I'll close the stream. So I'm prepared for tomorrow. On League-starter, I tend to play more, yeah. So this you can do, but you need better items. For example, you need gem levels on the crossbow here. You need a +3 amulet. You need more gem levels, yeah. Let's start with +1, then we raise to +2. No man, I'm using cheap items. So I did +3 like crazy, but you need better items. I don't have gem levels here. This crossbow you can craft deterministically for 30 exalted ox on League-start prices. Here I'm using +2 too. I don't have League Wars Ferocity either. So I do content that's appropriate to my upgrades, yeah? So I don't have the items to do +3. Yeah. So +1 it's easy, look. Day 3 4 items, +1 it's easy. We're gonna do +2 then.
Eye of the doom at the door.
Yes, it gets better and I will show you why.
Purified.
But let me kill this 1 second. Let me kill it and I will explain why. Okay, someone on chat asked me if the clear speed for grenades it will get better. Yes, and if you take these nodes, as you level up you have more skill points. This will reduce the grenade detonation time by 15%, so the grenades explode faster. This will reduce an additional 25%, so they explode faster. And for bosses this is crucial. It will make the totems attack 2 times before they stop. So now they attack once and they stop. If you take Grenadier, they will attack 2 times and they stop. So you have more time to dodge. You have more time to move in the arena and dodge. So when you take Grenadier, this node here and this here, it will be way faster, the clear speed. Also make sure that the crossbow has this implicit. The grenade skills fire an additional projectile. My boy, did you buy a special coffee for today? Man, I don't drink a lot of coffee today because I need to sleep well for tomorrow. I mean, we have the league start in like 25 hours. Or 26. Let's do difficulty +2 now. Valin. So this was +1, let's push it up +2. Someone asked me on YouTube, is this build strong for hardcore? My boy, it's not. I mean, we had some people that played on hardcore, but when I made this setup, I strictly made it for softcore. So this is, in my opinion, this is, you should not play it on hardcore. Yeah, you can die, especially in the campaign. You know how annoying it is to level a warrior in the campaign? So don't play it on hardcore, man, you will die. So when I made this setup, I did it for softcore trade. You can actually make it in solo self-found, but... Yeah, and if I say it's hardcore viable, you get upset on me. So I made it for softcore when I made the setup. You should see the setup with rage stacking. So this is the normal setup. We have a setup where I'm stacking a lot of rage. That's very powerful. But it's expensive. It's very powerful, but it's expensive. What's your gaming beverage of your choice? And you said gaming, so I need to say coffee.
Eye of the doom at the door. You purified.
So yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. This is +2, yeah, difficulty +2. So I'm using day 3, day 4 items. I'm doing +2 difficulty all over. Let's do the second phase.
Purify.
You need to know when to press the Jade Shield. If you see, I press the shield from time to time. You need to know when to press it. Let's put shock. Here I shock the boss, takes increased damage. So let me explain what I did here. We get fire exposure from the minions, so oil grenade is just for the campaign. And when you get fire exposure from the minion, you'll apply shock for single target. This, where it is my voltaic grenade? Here it is. Voltaic grenade will be just for bosses to apply shock. Look, I did +2.
My satchel is full.
This is +2, all road. Man, I'm tempted to do +3, but it's not ideal. I will do +3, but I don't recommend it because the build is far away from being done. I usually recommend +3 later when you get more upgrades. But out of curiosity, let me run +3. +3 is the hardest, yes? Okay, let me run +3 actually. So for +3 you need better upgrades, but let's run +3, see how it goes. These are items day 3, day 4. Look, difficulty +3, let's see. I'll do it, out of curiosity, yeah? But remember, I'm lacking a lot of upgrades.
Once a battlefield, so it shall be again.
Okay, get your buffs from the minions at the start. This one with increased damage. This is the important one. Let me get shock.
Purify.
So has more life, that's more damage, you know.
I am the doom at the door.
It's actually easy. Oh my boy, it's easy. Oh, it's easy.
Purify.
Okay, let's see the second phase actually. Problem is he moves a lot, so my grenades don't have time to detonate under, yeah? So if I move next to him, my grenades can explode easier. Look, I'm using day 3, day 4 items. I'm doing all rot on difficulty +3. It will get better as more upgrades you get, yeah? Oh, I need to run here. Oh! Oh! Let me put some shock on you. Look, I apply shock. Oh! Oh! Let me jump. Yeah, it's not ideal +3, but look, I did it. It's valid. Why the boss is moaning? I'm touching my dick. Yeah, I'm touching my dick. My boys, I'll take a break. I'll go to sleep. So tomorrow we're gonna play. I will stream like 12 hours, yeah? Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for dropping by. I need to relax a little. Let's rate Scorpius. You know, this guy rated me. Usually people don't rate me that much. Let's rate him back. So this guy, Scorpius Official, he rated my channel yesterday. Let's rate him back, yeah? Give me a sec. Give me a moment. Let me spell his name. Scorpius Official. Scorpius Official. Okay, let's check him out. He plays Monk, by the way. In 10 seconds, we're gonna rate him. Yeah? See you tomorrow if you want to drop by. Good night.